Can you guys hear me? Hello, hello. How's everyone doing? Yeah, we have Tuesday. It's gonna be more chill for me today. I'm still a bit sick, so I'm gonna be more calm until I hand it off later to to my co-commentators. But hello, hello. How's everyone doing? Have everyone's been having a nice start of the week? We're gonna have some Xrd today. So I hope everyone's doing well. I hope we're gonna. Today's bracket is looking very, very good, like hella stacked. So today's gonna be very, very hype. I'm very excited to observe this. I already see like we had some last minute. Yeah, we have. Oh my god, what is bracket today? This is looking insane. Like I'm gonna show you guys in just a second. I'm gonna put the gamers here quickly. And like, look at this bracket today. This stuff is insanely stacked. Again, for everyone, if there's some like stuff with the seeding, let me know because I see like R.E.V.O signed up and Leapfrog, so I'm not really sure about the seeding on these guys. I'm just kind of like gauging it how I remember. So if I'm wrong, let me know. You know, I'll change it up. But you know, today is looking very good. We have so many gamers. We see like not that often. Pet showing up. Oriel, I think first time. Steiny is back, and we had a nice raid from the ZF gamers too. So today's bracket is like massive and super stacked. So we have 20 gamers. Everyone's checked in. So this is really sick. So you know, I'm super excited for today. So yeah, Pot forehead in the house. Yeah, we have the Pot Alliance tonight. With Leapfrog and Pet, so it's hype. And I also see from Koji that Everest also wanted to join today, so we're also probably gonna have Everest help out. You know, like join the bracket with 21 gamers. It's gonna be so nice today. So yeah, but we're gonna start in like those 2.5 minutes. And then I'm gonna, the classic way, hand you guys over to my co-commentators, and I'm gonna disappear into the shadows, be under my blankie, and just observe. But yeah, you guys know also what's up. You guys know the drill. We already claimed so many codes, so again, thank you very much, everyone. But yeah, for those unaware, this is Matcherino. Royal above leap, is that wrong? Yeah, I asked if it's wrong. Or like, that is wrong? Alright. I wasn't sure, so that's why I said please correct me if I'm wrong, because I wasn't sure. So thank you very much for letting me know. But yeah, also what I wanted to say before we start, Matcherino, claim some codes, help the gamers out. We already claimed a nice bunch of codes. I'm gonna claim one myself. You can see how easy it is. I just press this button while I'm signed up, and I'm gonna add 25 cents to the price pool. So really nice to see. And yeah, so you know, guys, know the drill. Yeah, we're gonna keep reminding you as the. Oh, Stale joined too. Jesus, what are people joining last minute? Stale. I think here goes. This is gonna fit well. I will donate $5 if Pet. Are we doing the same thing as last time? Yeah, today is like hella stacked. Well, Koji, while you were gone, Stale was tearing it up. Tearing it up the bracket. Wait, did I seed it against you guys to each other? I mean, I haven't kept it above before. I do it like this. But you know, Stale has been tearing it up. Anti-dodge and this 0 fundies. But yeah, we're gonna have 15 in a couple of seconds. So, you know, I'm gonna double check if someone signed up. No. Where is Everest Koji? Is Everest not coming? Is there team kills now? Hold on, let me double check this. Can I manipulate this in any way so you guys don't fight each other round 1? I can swap these two, you know, so we don't have swapping me and Koji. Did it? I have no clue. I just hey, it did. Hey, it did that. Hey, it's looking good now. Tatze, bye folks. I feel like there's too many of you guys. I think I'm gonna have to eventually set up a team kill, like, unfortunately. Let me check. Can I change it up a bit? I think this is good now. Yeah, I think unfortunately there's gonna be one team kill, which I just can't avoid because there's just so many ZF fellas here. So unfortunately, you know, like, I just, like, there's too many gamers. And but yeah, we have already 16, we're on a minute past, so I'm gonna start a bracket. We're gonna process chicken results, everyone's checked in. We're gonna start a tournament. Before we start, I'm gonna mark some stream matches. You guys know the drill. So, round 1. I wanna see this match. And then from the other side of the bracket, I wanna see... Do we have any... Which of these do you guys wanna see? Rena and 2x or Flippy Marks? You know, like, quickly throw it out at me. So I put it on. Because we have so many gamers today. So I don't really mind either. Even though, thinking about it... Rena, I haven't seen a stream? Alright, I'll put Rena on. I played a bit with Rena before the stream started. I booted up the game for a bit and played. And then for round 2, I wanna see these two guys going at it. Koji back after his big trip. I wanna see how much he's cooking, and then I'll put. And also, since we didn't have Steiny on in a while, I'm gonna give the spotlight to the fellas we didn't see in quite some time. And then for round 3, I'm gonna do this match and this match. And this is top 8. Let me just mark it up classically. Just mark the edge of top 8. I'll mark the rest of stream just so you guys know until when you play. And yeah, so that's gonna be the stream matches for tonight. And what I'm gonna do now is...
It's like, let's try it. So then we had like... Oh, jump scare.
Jump scare. Jump scare for my...
Jump scare.
Yeah. The good old staple, right? Jump scare.
I was talking about BB tag, man. Come on.
Damn, I'm sorry.
Yeah, how you gonna do me like that?
Is that good to interrupt? Is that bad to interrupt? I have no clue. You know, I don't know.
It's a bad for, like, out of context. Yoker talking about BB tag, not CF. That's headlines. Headlines right there.
Yeah, that's like, you know, we're gonna like side eye that. But
yeah,
these are your two gamers for tonight commentating. You know, we've seen them here a couple of times, so I'm sure, you know, you guys know. And I'm gonna take over and go into the shadows now.
Yes, take it easy, man. Thanks for getting that quick seed fix on the team kills. That's mucho appreciated.
Yeah, it's funny. We were talking about every other fighting game except this one. So I guess it's time to go to work then.
Yeah. All right, here we go again. Let's talk about Xrd. This game is beautiful. No, definitely, I think one of the things that was surprising was like, all right, I was looking at the bracket, 15 players, nice, Leapfrog's back, that's kind of pog. And then bit by bit, I looked over, glanced again, I was like, okay, Pet, word. And then now we have 21 players and some really stacked names, so this is awesome. Also, like, big turnout ZF style, I love to see it.
And then there are like couple of players who like OGs such as Gerran. I would say Gerran is kind of like the Joker card maybe for this bracket. It's kind of like a player who. So if you take like the usual suspects who usually make it like to grand finals, such as Pida or K&E, those players don't necessarily play that much with players like Gerran. So there's a little bit of unfamiliarity factor, like anything could happen.
Yeah, absolutely. So I like that analogy of the Joker Wild. Shows up, suddenly just like upsets the whole rhythm. But I mean, you mentioned like our consistent grand finalists, K&E and Pida, but we also have some other people that usually show up and are able to challenge for that grand final spot. Leapfrog here amongst PsychedelicPet. I mean, it's like, who'd have guessed, right? The two Potemkin players come back, they're like, hello, grand finals is questionable again.
Yeah, it's like you were talking about it, it's like probably people are coming in now for the last-minute tournament practice before Vortex Gallery, which is it's next Saturday, right?
It's coming Saturday, yeah.
Yeah.
For anybody else, there's probably a quick shill before we get started. Vortex Gallery this Saturday, so it's going to be a nice big EU bracket. I saw some nice names already signing up. We got Pepe Urahara, I believe, and Venom are in there. So if you want to join on that, we can post a link later. The signups will close on Thursday. Yeah, they will close on Thursday, so make sure to get that in before then. There isn't going to be sign up until the bracket, so be warned.
Yeah, so it's like around, I think they close at midnight, so there's like around a day-ish left to sign up. So definitely go and do that if you're thinking about it.
Yeah, absolutely. I will be yelling internally at CF about that and be like, why aren't people signing up?
All right, we got interesting stuff coming. One of my favorite characters, Leo. Oh, it's Leo versus Pot. Oh, this is a mod fight.
Yeah, definitely. This is a very interesting one because like Leo does have some of that nice mid-range tooling, like his all his sword normals, but ultimately where Leo gets his strength from is that back turn stance, and at some point you're just gonna have to be face to face with Potemkin, who goes like, "Oh, word bet, throw range, nice."
Yeah, it's two characters who generally want to be super close in matchups like these. They're depending on like. Even if you have two characters who want to go in, say like Leo versus Jam, there could be some discrepancies there where suddenly, even though both want to be in, Leo is just like ridiculously better. But I think in this matchup, this is like fairly 50-50 even.
Absolutely, and especially like just like we saw, right, Leo has some of those sonic booms to be able to control space and cover his approach, but Potemkin does have that flick. Nice backdash on the back turn heavy slash, that dodging that overhead and getting a quick punish in. Simple string, just get them.
Yeah, immediate burst. Kinda knew that was probably gonna be over unless you burst there. Oh, good timing of the burst. Bursts initially Tatze into the corner, but now what?
Yeah, great awareness to immediately air dash out and try and scramble for that screen positioning. Now immediately adapting to the backdash, going for that close slash to capture recovery frames. Keeping it nice and safe, longer range, dead angle to push some space out. Oh, and the boom connects!
That tool really, like, doesn't necessarily do too much other than in situations like that where you just need the final touch.
Absolutely, great recognition Tatze to go for it, but now Dirt getting that blender going, has that first pop buster, safe jump in, again the second pop buster, gonna go for the RC extension here, might have dropped it there unfortunately.
Yeah, that could have potentially been was two busters back to back, so perhaps even a stun. Ooh, there's a 5 heavy from Leo! Leo actually, like, that 5 heavy is so important for this tool. They say that every single matchup where Leo 5 heavy does well, it's generally a good matchup for Leo. And now, fights the guard breaker!
Yeah, not even guard break, which is the overhead pop. So actually gets a combo from this and the stun. We're gonna see the reset not needed, and Tatze is gonna make it a nice first game for themselves.
Good timing for that stun as well. That means that you're not gonna be able to burst out before you shake off that stun.
It's interesting you were talking about, it's like, oh, Dirt might be so close to stunning Tatze there, but then it just completely reversed the situation. That's great to see. So again, Dirt starting it off nice and strong, simple combo, pushing towards the corner, gets that pop buster on top of it. Already half health gone here for Tatze, and just going for the flash kick.
Ooh, went for the Tomo Leo mix up there. I think it's a really difficult cross-up to do there on the Oki. Instant air dash into jump slash, I believe. Oh wait, that was jump K, actually.
Yeah. A little easier button to get that cross-up, I believe. Nice staircase, now getting that record string going. Doesn't block on the last one, and still safe enough to get that 2P. Slowly but surely working away that health. Oh, what a read on the blitz tap.
Yeah, this is basically Potemkin life. Unless, like, if you play this character and you don't have good guesses, then why are you? I guess it goes for, like, both ways.
Oh, the Clash Gold Burst?
Wow! Oh, the Cheeks actually beats out the super! That's a testament to how amazing the hitbox is on that move.
Yeah, fantastic disjoint. And again, 2D once more. Now getting the back turn K. Simple Rekka sets up another back turn. Once again, 5K, but caught pressing. So this time, ooh, armor hit.
This time goes for the low string.
Oh man, these pop busters, they're just connecting every time on the hammer fall break. Blow out range for the 5D, but gets a follow-up jump in. Not quite connecting just yet. This time flash kicking. I don't need to guess. Is that knockdown? Blitz tap once again, but out of range for the throw.
Yeah, I guess that throw would have connected if Tatze was to blitz back, but they didn't have the meter to do so that time. Nice the overhead. Into reset. Oh, Reset City! This is exactly what Leo Whitefang is about! If you slip on the wheel, the turn, or rather the combos end up stacking upon one another.
Oh, is this enough to kill? Very close, no RC to be able to close it out, but the far slash will do it. And Dirt, taking 2 rounds for themselves, is going to be tying up the set 1-1.
Yeah, really clean and basic, you know, game plan there on the Potemkin front. Do your meaties, do your long, low strings to call out their, you know, attempts to get out of your Potemkin buster, and then 50-50 mix in the busters here and there.
Absolutely.
Ooh, nice punish there on the back turn lead.
Yeah, but still getting flash kicked. The life total is going down here bit by bit for Dirt. Double backdash and punishes the shield. The burst is also whiffed. But goes for a DP. Could have gone a regular punish on the Hammerfall, but kind of unfamiliarity, I assume. RC6P is going to beat through the heavy slash.
Tatze holding onto that 50 meter here. Also stop. Oh, what? It's an air throw! That's a sick maneuver. Those are like the 2 things that you can do against Potemkin Jump D. Either jump into it and IB air throw, or just air throw.
Yeah. Oh, and it gets hit by the 5D, and with that, Dirt is going to be on set point over Tatze. What started out so strong is looking like a very dominant download here for Dirt.
Ooh, doesn't quite get there with the 2D. And now 2D from Potemkin instead again. The quick Hammerfall break string into the buster. Get out of the corner with the reversal.
I like the dead angle, keep him back in the corner, harass him and bully him, maybe set up for another one. This time Hammerfall going block with no punish. Nice punish on that back turn slash. Now slowly but surely getting that hell swing, push to the corner, nice overhead. Doesn't match on the stagger in time. Tatze is mounting this comeback currently, has that full stick of butter, blitz tap, but fails the blitz war.
God, Dirt has been so good with that blitz RPS. Oh, could have probably picked up out of that STP, but got an unfortunate air backdash out of there. DP, who still catches with the active frames, backdash out of the gold burst.
RC keep the pressure, catches the backdash, and there we go. Tatze bringing it down to a final game, final round situation for them.
That looks so unassuming, but it's so hard to catch that one vulnerable frame of Potemkin's, and Tatze did it just there.
Yeah, I believe the 5K is pretty active, so definitely can help out with that catching part of it. And so far, half health already gone. Good IB on the overhead, but still the trade not getting them out just yet, but gets an RC pop buster to get the pressure started.
This is how it starts. Oh, misses the setup. Tatze, no fear. Throw on wake up, and now potentially one good hit away. Has to burn the RC for the pressure. Dirt is so close to the burst.
Oh, this time finally just calling out that blitz tap at the very last moment. Has seen it happen so many times on their back turn stance. It's like, nah, not this time. I'm going to cancel the stance with the throw. So really great awareness there from Tatze on that one.
I love the RPS choices from Tatze. It was the obvious choice. The opponent is getting a burst back, and the only way to kind of outplay it is to go for a throw and kill with that. If you do any sort of other smaller hit there, technically gonna have a chance to burst and get out of that.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe, I can't recall quite well, but I believe they had the meter to be able to RC that and just get those extra couple hits. They might need to finish it up, but nevertheless, the throw did the trick, and they were able to make it back over that clutch final situation. So very impressive stuff. We also did see some possible matchup unfamiliarity there, right? Not quite knowing how to deal with the quick Hammerfall break into Pop Buster, as well as some combo routing issues. Normally there is the potential of the final Rekka hit to be able to get a 2P flash kick, but Potemkin is a big chunky boy, and he's going to hit that ground fast.
It's knowledge of the frame data is definitely necessary if you want to fight against Potemkin's Hammerfall pressure. I don't know what you can try to interrupt, where can the throws come, stuff like that.
Absolutely. So up next, we're going to have Arena TM, and like the Avatar, they are indeed playing Dizzy versus 2Bifox, and 2Bifox, I know as another ZFer, is also a Leo player, and funnily enough, Tatze was the one that mentored them onto the Leo journey in Xrd.
Ooh.
Yes, they're product from our student mentor bracket. 2xFox, originally a striver, and pretty nice layout in that realm, and so wanted to continue the trend, bringing it to Xrd and stick on to their main.
It's been a while since I've seen Dizzy in Xrd, so this is a very standard like keep away character versus that character who just wants to brawl. Leo suffers a little bit in this matchup if you can play perfectly and keep him away with your summons. And also like Dizzy has amazing movement ability, like double air dash, able to run away at will. Kind of hard for Leo to contest as well, because like slow movement speed, slow acceleration on jumps as well.
Yeah, unfortunately this time not doing a throw-in vuln Oki, so getting thrown back into the corner. Rina running a very strong damage game here so far. And the wake up to the can't be stopped. The Slayer or the Strive Leo will return, and unfortunately can't move forward with that button in this game.
Getting in now would be pretty okay. This is a big chance. Now the burst misses the meaty chance.
Yeah, just a little bit off on the timing, but so far able to land some scratches on Rina there. So just notes had to gamble in and starts off with a great whiff punish, and this time gets that Oki.
Yeah, as hard as it's like to get in there, once you're in there, and especially if Dizzy can't burst, you're in a really great position. Tries to get a momentum burst, but a little too far from Rina. Let's get the mix-up. There are so many different layers to all of these mix-ups from Dizzy. Even me, after like 9 years of this game, I just can't wrap my head around all the Dizzy mix-ups.
Yeah, that's absolutely fair. It shows how versatile this character is, and we're starting to see a lot of like that Strive layout coming up from 2xFox here. A lot of using the parry stance off of the slash or heavy slash here, but needs just that final hit there, that final Rekka, barring the burst, and there we go. He's able to PRC into that final hit that they needed to bring up to a final round situation here, game 1.
There could have been some considerations for bursting there, especially since Rina had that 50-meter, but bang! Oh! There that burst goes!
Give me that. Gimme.
Probably the next best thing next to Soul Steals. We could definitely do this in the Xrd side of things.
Absolutely, that far slash you can just recover so fast. You can OS the shield behind it. Close slash anti-air, okay, but no pickup unfortunately. Still bleeding a little bit of health here. Had that early advantage. Nice, gets the parry.
Really clever use of the sort of the whatchamacallit, guard point stance.
Yeah,
it really doesn't do a whole lot in Xrd usually compared to like what it does in Strive, but
the mix side. No, drops it. Oh, Kuba gets the close slash indeed. Could have just done the super, but still, nevertheless, 2xFox getting that first game. Start off a little rough there, but I guess they were able to just force their way in there and just is like, nah, you gotta respect this Leo shit right here.
Yeah, it's really tough. Once Leo is point blank to you, you kind of wanna try to use all of the resources that you have to just get him off you. Like use dead angle, use burst. Yeah, burst coming up immediately there. 2xFox has been like pretty good weaving the parry stance and the strikes between the projectiles, and again gets there. Perfect timing.
Yeah, just letting that Berserker slash rip, but this time the Blitz coming out and throws it! Oh my god, the awareness! And now gets another cross-up stance reset, trying to chase him down. Tries to go, oh, it connected. So stuck into the corner, seeing the air dash out, trying to run under, forcing them, and there we go. The back turn 5P is an anti-air button. So with that, 2xFox putting themselves on set point here. Still with burst is a great situation.
As soon as I saw like Rina above 2xFox in back turn stance, I was like, it's over. Back turn P, the best anti-air in the game.
Absolutely. Ooh, close slash. Could have tried to go for the air throw there. Bad burst, sadly, but still hanging on. Half health gone. Getting these IBs in, trying to get that 2D, forcing them with the low profile under the Firefish.
Ooh, the pillar whiffs. Still getting a meaty. Although, you know, with this character, you usually don't want to work with raw meaties because that's dangerous. The Berserker slash actually gets a hit there. Aggressive
getting knocked down.
Oh! Go again! And the pickup?
Not quite, but still anti-air, yeah, force you to the ground, get the overhead, get back in, trying to slap back down to the ground, keep it going. The pain train doesn't stop, and the autocorrect from the blitz hold.
Gets the heavy fireball out. This will be hard for Dizzy to contest. There he goes, and the second parade! Scoops Rina out of the sky! And now we're in a back turn. Good escape out of the corner.
Almost had that comeback, but Rina staying alive. One more round to bring it down to a final game situation. Both players are fairly even on burst here. Slight advantage for the side of Bifox, but we're going to see that probably come back sooner than later with how many hits they do enjoy taking, trying to gamble their way in.
I love that again. Perfect spacing on all of those strikes. 2S especially going under the summon hitbox. Again, the parry or the guard stance hitbox. Ooh, EP's the 5D.
Yeah, I saw the 5Ds, so like, we're not having this. And there's a reset in there, and there's a stun. Do they know how to route the stun? Just YRCs. No, unfortunately drops it. I think was maybe thinking about strive routing there. I don't know if that launches in that game.
Ooh, okay. Putting the big man in his place. Still rocking the burst, both players. When's it gonna come out? Rina's waiting for it.
Yeah, he's hanging on to it, trying to get that 2D, trying to chase down with some long normals, force their way in. Baiting the burst, but no, the gray beat will connect, and Rina is going to be bringing it down to a final game situation.
Technically, in that situation, like when you're a 2-bit Fox, you can't burst. It's like you're seeing that the opponent is baiting on every single hit, so there just isn't a really good burst available anymore.
You might want to look for that OTG burst then, but still, like you said, it's very tricky, but Bifox getting that first hit, putting Rina into the corner, gets that flash kick, has to run down quickly. Berserker Slash connecting, just look at the aggression, chasing him down. So no, we're playing the Leo game. More profiles under the burst.
Don't get counter hit here! Oh, that might be a stun. There it is. Dizzy, as her name implies, the lowest stun modifier in the game. Very, very easy to Dizzy in this one.
Okay, staying alive. Blitz hold is out. And now we're going to see that other Dizzy game plan. No, we are not. The Sonic Boom is going to connect. And once again, Bifox find themselves back on that set point situation.
That one moment when S-Fireball actually does something in this matchup, when Dizzy is 0 health. Otherwise, you're probably going to trade into even better Fireballs.
Absolutely, because that's what we were looking at Rina's trying to set up, right? That big Dizzy zoning game to put you in an awkward situation. Be like, yeah, approach me. But right now, Rina is stuck in the corner, holding this pressure back to back, going for the burst super, and that will do the damage. The burst comes back up barely too late, and Bifox is going to be taking it 2-1 over Rina.
Damn, the cash out there at the end. The heart. Man, 2-bit Fox played this matchup surprisingly well. Like, I've never quite seen moves like that, just avoiding, like, in interesting ways, avoiding all the fireballs, the different kind of angles of projectiles coming in. It's just...
Yeah, it was great work. Yeah, like you said, right? Using that weird parry stance that I think most Leo players are like, yeah, don't bother with that. It's weird. But actually just using it to close the gap in a little bit, right? Just like, okay, let's block one projectile and then go for the 6HS or something. Try to maybe scoop or at least move closer bit by bit was great decision making there from Bifox.
Yeah, it's like in the end, you gotta gamble as Leo, at neutral. It's you could see a lot of like straight 2Ds coming out, but they were like really. It's gamble in the right places is kind of like the name of the game for Leo in that matchup.
Absolutely, and here we go. We got that Koji versus TheCaptain. Two absolute staples here in the SaltyEU bracket. You know, possibly the foundation of our little weekly here. TheCaptain on that gradual grind through both. I think I saw him on a new game recently. He apparently top 8ing in Uni as well now. So this guy just a gamer, and Koji, of course, off that character swap from a while back now. It's always worth mentioning. Long-time Kai player now on that Baiken journey and showing a very nice Baiken indeed.
Yeah, I've been so thirsty seeing the Baiken from Koji since the first time I saw like a couple of events ago. It was looking good.
Yeah, and just like that, early burst coming out from Koji though, and that's going to be TheCaptain forcing their way in on Koji. Koji finding the opportunity to Bari out, and there's the big 6K just hunting him down, but doesn't quite get the pickup right.
I burst, stay in the corner, coin. We are slowly running out. Level 2 is acquired, and we're very close to the 50th tension as well, where Step Treasure Hunt could be a thing to regain a couple of coins.
Yeah, for now, we see TheCaptain hanging on to that Misfighter for now, just to get those improved stance cancels to try and bully out, but there we go. Finally letting it rip. We're going to be on level 1 for the remainder of this round.
God, we're really gonna have to do it organically. Level 1, no meter whatsoever, drops the combo. Even though Koji is so low health.
Yeah, just needs that final like maybe one well-placed hit, but Koji on the Baiken setting up these tatamis, but finds us with a quick press, but doesn't get that final misfinder, gets tossed in the corner, and Koji with the jump in, showing their throw of their own, and I think that should be dead with the Baiken throw corner combo.
Yeah, that was experienced player aura. It's like, even though Koji is basically 0 health, it's like, wait a minute, my opponent literally has nothing. Like, I don't need to get hit here. I can just control this and win this really easily for where the match was going.
And so far, we're seeing great spacing coming out from both players, slightly trading. Oh, the catch!
This is the air throw. Initially gets the second one in. The soul steal! It is the aura, the top player aura! Koji going absolutely nuts!
Oh my god, we're getting a soul steal before the Daisuke vision, the danger time. We're gonna see this spell my name, but it's gonna be blocked. The captain here in a very rough situation. Koji near full health, has plenty of coins, but man, this is Baiken with the instant overhead and also just the low to finish out. Koji taking the first game.
Yeah, it was kind of betting that the instant air dash Yozan was gonna kill without the 50 meter. It was very close. I mean, I would have taken the same bet as well, looking at the life left on the captain.
Absolutely, and just like that, Far Slash beating him out on round start. Low profile, other than misfinder, great awareness, thinking that he might go for that mid check. Now tossed into the corner, Koji going for that throw invuln 6k.
That was definitely a setup to check. Do you wanna perform your lizard muscle memory as a Guilty Gear player? Oh my god, these resets.
Oh, and another throw. I mean, like, listen, this is why I always think it's cool to talk about Koji on the Kai experience, because one of the staple Koji things that it's going to be seeing in any character that he picks up is the quality of his air throws and how low to the ground he gets these. The Koji stop sign.
Ooh, we're going with the low starter here. That's a pretty big one as well. Ooh, very. I see. Resetting into an air throw again. Oh, but the Tatze I think that has some amount of input frames in between, not on the startup, but somewhere in between.
Maybe, I was looking over at the experts, but Koji just clean 2-0, closing out on a perfect, just had the captain's number just completely.
Yeah, that's kind of what Baiken does to you if she gets on the roll. It's like you're taking a couple of mix-ups, you're like. The mind-boggling thing is we didn't even get to see some of the obnoxious stuff, why like Baiken is considered such a high-tier character and such a menace. Koji didn't really need to block anything in that set. We didn't get to see any Azami, none of that stuff.
True, absolutely correct. And there's some interesting questions going on in the chat here. So that was nearly a double perfect. The first round Koji did I believe I had a bit of chip damage or a light trade, so it wasn't quite there, but still a very healthy round finish. And apparently the lore is that Koji went to Japan, and apparently the Baiken is now suddenly godlike, so had that practice in there. And definitely going for Japan and playing in the arcades is a power-up. So hello Steiny, I am doing great, thank you for asking. I saw you say hi earlier, I was busy doing the, clocking in, doing my job, but it's great to see you back. I love Steiny's Kume. I love seeing Kume play in general, man. Those, what's the name of the kicks? Please help me.
Hayabusa?
Yes. No, not Hayabusa, the wall slam kicks. Shinkens.
Oh, yeah, those ones.
Yeah, Shinken. I keep gapping on these names. Yeah, Shinken loops, fantastic. Also just the create your own corner combo in mid-screen with tuner balls.
Yeah, and since we're working on a soft target here, those Shinken loops are probably gonna just decimate Elphelt if you get a chance to do it. Yeah, you can see Steiny already fishing for it.
Yeah, but speaking of decimating Elphelt, there's this funny. Oh my God, there it is. The Daisuke vision to start off, and just like that, Oriole going for the shotgun stance, but just going for reset upon reset. RC not quite connecting, getting that JD YRC. Okay, nice. Overhead. Going for reset here, and no, you can't quite do cross-ups on the Elphelt character. No 6P anti-air, but that close slash proximity normal. Great YRC though.
Yeah, IB into an interruption there. I believe that The 2P from Elphelt is a 4-framer, as is Heihen's 2P as well. So sharing that. Why, that's a big starter!
Yeah.
Might have to think about bursting here. No, just taking it like a champ.
Trying to get out, but the Pineberry's there waiting for it. Good burst connecting. Gets there in, slowly trying to push their way in. But again, Oriole just controlling space.
Good check there on the roll. And now... Oh, we're going into the loops. Now the question is on Oriole. If we land those Shinkens, are we going to burst? There it is. It's also like kind of dangerous to burst against those because the Shinkens are a DP, like not a true DP, but it has a lot of upper body invulnerability.
Yeah, definitely the burst that that Oriole went for was a very high risk one because it. Oh, not going for the Grandpa Viper there, but still getting the taco kick. And we're gonna see one, and it's gonna be a simple one. Oh, he clashed! Pineberry pop gets low, yeah, but just the gunshots to close it out, and Oriole is gonna be taking game one.
Yeah, I was probably trying to charge up the Hayabusa kick for some extra oomph for chip damage. But Oriole calling it out, pressing the 5 heavy. Very far reach, very decently fast startup as well for what
Absolutely.
it does.
But I quickly want to highlight that Oriole did opt for a very dangerous burst against the Shinken, because if Steiny held that for a little longer, it would have invulned right through. Typically the approach is to burst at the wall. So you don't hit the burst, but at least you don't get funny invulned afterwards.
Yeah. The Pineberry is on board.
OTG here, jumps right over the Pineberry, stow that shotgun away, and we're gonna see the custom corner combo. No, we're not. Dead angle.
Oh, this time. Oh my god, the double whammy. First, the insurance with the Pineberry, and then hold on the burst.
So here's something funny to highlight about Oriole, or like when you're playing against Oriole's Elphelt, is typically like you burst against the Elphelt and you're like, ah man, this sucks. But the way Oriole likes to route his combos is a lot of hits. He likes a lot of hits in his combos, which means that burst comes back pretty quick.
So going over there. So 2 characters who have very strong buttons for certain ranges. Oh, we're playing CS now?
Yeah, just click heads. It's that easy. Kind of Shinken, but we're just seeing the zone air style come out. It's like, oh yeah, he doesn't know how to deal with this. Let me keep using that.
Yeah, this is like transitioning from the least risky gameplay to your big reward gameplay. Get a hard knockdown or some sort of a knockdown using your projectiles, and then take out that shotgun, and time to go to work. However, he wakes up with the 6 heavy. A very, very fast button there, but very unsafe on block as well.
Yeah, ooh, trying to get in. Ooh, Shinken's right through the gunshot, trying to run down, but a nice backdash clears that space a little bit to get that far slash. And the close slash anti-air followed by the reset will do it. Oriole taking 2-0 over Steiny.
Every time that close slash hits, that I forgot what the service was that had that really catchy song plays in my head, that Elphelt has no anti-airs, close slash is proximity. That's my favorite.
Yeah, that normal is crazy. It's like try to left right that character. Also, we're getting a not so subtle reminder. We've been kind of slacking on this, but who hasn't been slacking is everybody that's been claiming codes so far. We're already 17 codes deep, I believe. So that's great work so far. We haven't even mentioned it once, so it's good to see that that's happening. So definitely support these players that are coming out, especially these long-time returners, right? Showing their face for this absolutely stacked evening we have today. So head on over to the Match Arena link, hit that claim code button, sign in with a Twitch account or one of many other accounts if you haven't done so yet, and that way you can hit that claim code and redeem 25 cents to the prize pool. It is free money. Help these players out, and give them a little something for all this for the free show they're putting on, just like QK did right now.
Yeah, let me actually do that. Forgot I hadn't actually done that yet. It's free real estate, like I said. Couple clicks.
Yeah, absolutely. Something that I forgot, I didn't get the chance to mention before the game started because it went so quick, was so typically Shinken is like a really great starter, right? But Elphelt just straps herself with the bomb vest, jumps at you, and if you get that Shinken, you better be ready to route that not into another Shinken loop, but probably a very quick, just a quick, simple air-to-air combo. So effectively, Pineberry can turn your very cool charged red Shinken into a blue Shinken. So something to look out for. In the meantime, up next, we're going to be having Gerran versus, how this set progress? Leapfrog! So it's going to be Gerran versus Leapfrog. This one is a very interesting matchup because Venom, one of those characters with the fantastic zoning abilities, as well as also just crazy stagger pressure in your face. And, well, Potemkin, the very, the lumbering giant, does have Flick to try and contest some of these orbs, these pool balls. But typically it is going to be Venom's game, and a lot more reads based and reaction checking coming in the way of the Potemkin player.
Despite what you might think, though, it's like, alright, this matchup is Venom favorite, but it's definitely not like the worst matchup for Potemkin, as like you might perhaps think. It's like there's a lot of value in this matchup from flicks, especially if the Potemkin player has the know-how, or rather knows where to do the flick RPS. But ultimately, it's still gonna be RPS because, of course, Venom wants to always protect the balls as much as possible. Try to not do the layer 1 stuff all the time, so that your strings are not, just autopilot easy to flick. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of layers, a lot of stuff that can happen in this matchup.
Yeah, definitely, and we talk about matchup theory. There's also going to be the difference in player experience, and I know that especially Leapfrog, a very seasoned Potemkin player, has winningly gone into this game picking the Potemkin character, so has also definitely put in the hard work to learn all these matchups and find a way to navigate through it.
That's kind of the spirit of the European Potemkins we've had for such a long time, like Potemkins at the highest level of the competition. There we go with the flicks! Ooh, I like the attempt to get the scoop, the up grab. Gets the better one though after.
Yeah.
Now, Gerran in a kind of a tough position. No resources but the burst.
Forcing their way in, tries to get another one, but has that meter to make himself safe. Gets an excellent start. We're seeing Gerran hold onto that burst, but finds the opportunity to tech out. Gets a safe jump in, covered by the orb. Nice blocks, but unfortunately stagger pressure a little too strong, but gets that Mega Fist, even a pretty high hit, so has to immediately concede the spacing.
Ooh, match struggle to the other side, maintains a little bit of momentum here. And now into the throw. Ooh, is this Potemkin specific stuff?
Perhaps, keeping track of the heavyweight character. Oh man, the YRC holding him still for so long, gets the match struggle, and that's going to be a burst coming out from Leapfrog here. But ICVM PRC right into your face and then just pop busters you. That is crazy. Okay, oh my god, IPs the whole match struggles and gets that ground throw punish.
Yeah, you don't really become a top-level Potemkin without, knowing all of these, like, long IB strings.
Absolutely.
Speaking of strings, dropping their combo one. Here comes Leapfrog. 2P. Checks for the counter options on the throws.
Oh, tried to go for an air throw there, but a little bit off on the timing, I believe. So that's just going to be a whiffed heavy slash. Gets that flick, and I believe it was a combo, maybe off the stagger. Don't think he mashed out fast enough. Oh, but the far slash to catch the jump back, and just like that, Leapfrog going to be taking a very comfortable first game.
Yeah, a lot of stuff that Leapfrog did is actually stuff other than just throwing your opponent. That's kind of like the grappler life. They know that they, the number one thing that they don't want to take is the buster. So they want to try to struggle out, and then your job is kind of like try to catch everything but the respect, because the opponent isn't gonna do none of that probably.
Yeah. Fortunately, interesting interaction going there for the way of Gerran. Match struggle going the wrong way, but that 6P on whiff recovery is lasting so long. Try to hammerfall, chase him down. Holy, gets him right in the corner despite all the ball sets. This time, no meter to make the pop buster attempt safe, but gets a big 2HS and a reset on the Trishula.
And that Trishula is so low profile. If the opponent tries to Tekken press buttons, it's not ain't gonna work.
And maintaining a bit of spacing, but there we go. Stinger aim into the YRC. Gets a little bit of pressure going, but gets thrown for the troubles.
Slash barely whiffs. However, the flick doesn't. Massive hitbox on that. Gerran still gets into the superior position until the flick. Yeah, that's smart from Gerran. Got the flick and just gave away the real estate, not wanting to fuck with that at all.
Absolutely. Also, I like that teleport there from Gerran. Knows that Leapfrog is looking to flick these projectiles, so throws one out. Just very simple conditioning. 1, 2. Okay, this one will be an obvious flick. Let me teleport in and quickly hit before that comes out.
Ooh, interesting way to avoid that. Trishula go under instead.
Absolutely. We've seen like 3 different responses, right? The obvious one of flicking, we've seen a backdash through, and now the Trishula low profile. Bag of tricks from Leapfrog is endless. SIB's trying to chase him down, and what is that magnet hands?
God knows the range exactly. And the flick is queued up. Ooh, the double jump into a throw. Ah, no cancel though.
Almost had him into the flick, but there we go. Blitz tap going a little bit too early. Good blocks on the match struggle so far. Tries to flick out, but the teleport is well placed from Gerran. But still continuing to turn. We'll have to dead angle to get that back. Finds the low. Simple combo so far. Good crank on the risk. And Gerran is going to be putting suffocating pressure on Leapfrog, claiming 1 game back and bringing it to a final game situation.
Yeah, not only is there like a lot of guessing games for when you want to try to flick, but also there's that execution requirement that you need to get those clean flicks on the best moments out.
Absolutely. And I want to see if Leapfrog can get that again, or if actually Gerran might have to download a Leapfrog. A little too far away for the pop bust this time, and the match struggle delay overhead will connect.
Oh, nice recognition of the situation using the teleport. However, we're back in there, and now?
Yeah, almost through, but unfortunately the YRC means that's going to be some heavy scaling on that part. But still, Leapfrog bit by bit forcing his way in on Gerran.
Timing on the flick, not quite right. However, that 5 heavy hits a hard knockdown. Oh, that's a good trade. Do we go into a loop? No, we take the burst instead. And now the 6k loops. Not dropping it this time.
There's a bit of tension available. Gets that jump out. Finds the air throw. Puts him in the corner. Keeps it nice and simple. And beats out the 2S with a clean backdash. Leapfrog with a impressive comeback on that round. Put themselves on set point.
That super jump to chase the air escape. You have to hold that air throw for such a long time before you let it rock with Potemkin's jump acceleration.
Absolutely. So just come here. Tries to go for it again, but this time missing it. Gets thrown in the corner. That's going to be a nice little combo here for Gerran.
Oh, wow. Into. Chooses not to challenge. Throw on the landing. What's your escape? That's not a good trade. Careful, that's a second counter hit in a row. Gerran has to be very careful here. Gets out. The stun should be decently mitigated here now.
Yeah, so far just going for the FD out, but the stagger pressure on Venom is just too strong, and of course doesn't get the clearing hit, but will just summon the orb to do it. And both players now on set point here, looking to vie for that advance in the winner's side.
Oh, Leapfrog was definitely going for that double IB there and tried to punish. Oh, not only did he rock, just Hammerfall break and gets the Buster instead.
Yeah,
Ball is
spacing.
out there.
Oh, tried a hard read on the jump, but still not quite connecting. Gets a counter hit trade, finds the knockdown, now approaching, and again, a Hammerfall break into Pop Buster. We're gonna go for an RC extension here, driving him all the way into the corner. First is available for Gerran, so we'll see how he gets utilized just immediately. Doesn't want to deal, wants to get out ASAP.
Blink, and now that's an unblockable! I think, yeah, there was nothing that Gerran could have done there.
Yeah, didn't have the meter to blitz it at all, so just had to hold that, but still, wasn't getting punished too awfully hard for it. And now has Leapfrog in the corner. Leapfrog will also be bursting in turn. Still has the meter advantage, but you know, Gerran has that zoning potential now, so Leapfrog has to play it carefully.
So many balls, however, that's a...
Oh my god! Buster. Is it enough to kill though off the YRC? It's a Hellfire,
so.
right? Yeah, Hellfire. Woo! What a closer, 2-1. Excellent stuff there from Leapfrog. Absolute nail-biter movement here.
Yeah, it's always the meter options. That's kind of how Potemkin fares against these other, hard-hitting characters. To survive, you first build the meter and then bring out those sick tools using the meter that you build up.
Absolutely. And it's interesting you mentioned meter on Potemkin, because it ties into what you earlier highlighted was Leapfrog's ability to IB a lot of stuff, and kind of like how that's interconnected with playing Potemkin in general. And that was kind of the journey that Leapfrog himself took. Was he was playing Potemkin, and it's like, okay, I need more space for gaps. I need gaps to get pop busters. I need gaps to run my thing. So I'm going to start learning how to IB. And then the IBing became less about building gaps and more about building the meter off the tension pulse you gain from IBing successfully.
Yeah, it's like the longer you play Guilty Gear games, the more you realize it's like the player with the meter is the king. It's like when you have more meter than the opponent, especially in Potemkin matchup, it feels so bad to play against Potemkin once he has like more meter than you, because he can do a lot of like nasty neutral skips, can have like +1 on you after doing like a risky stuff like forward Mega Fist. That move against Potemkin with 50 is a completely different situation versus Potemkin with 0.
Absolutely. And now, if you have gone tired of the Potemkin action, shame, more Potemkin action as we get Pet versus Eixon. This one's an interesting one because Potemkin, great tools to deal against a lot of Baiken stuff. Typically, Eixon likes to be kind of like slightly minus into parry. Well, guess what parry can't block? That.
There's a lot of gaps that Potemkin can take advantage of. All this. The rapid fire 5P, the PsychedelicPet signature move to throw the opponent off.
There's something so special about watching Pet is that he not only plays a very fantastic and clean pot, is that he also likes to BM very hard.
Alright, with the Azami out of that pressure sequence. However, if it's -3, I can do stuff.
Oh, nice parry from Eixon. Great stuff there. Parries on the flick, parry on the follow-up. Gets a light little trade here. Now running into that pressure. Hammer fall going right through. Can't RC that, so it's going to be eating this counter hit for a bit. Getting close to that health swing here.
This is so dangerous. This is PsychedelicPet with almost 100 meter, and here comes the meter! I think that might be very close to a stun, not quite.
Yeah, oh, nice far slash.
I love that. Yeah, waiting. Basically, what Eixon just did is asking for. How should I put this? You instant air dash and parry at the opponent when you think that they're gonna do something, but PsychedelicPet is like, no, I'm not gonna hit that. I'm just waiting you to land, and then I'm gonna get my throw instead.
Yeah, just absolutely when you get pushed into such a corner that ultimately you have to overcommit and you end up hanging yourself for it.
Alright, Pet still wants to play this round. For we have that meter, 75 now, and this is dangerous!
Oh, I like this. I like the 6K read. Unfortunately, didn't quite hit the right target, but still hit nonetheless. So lucky there for Eixon. That's a 6 HS star into RC and low profiles with the second Trishula.
That's such a hard combo to burst against because Trishula is technically Soul 2D mini. If you look at the hitbox, it puts you so low to the ground.
Yeah, it's fantastic stuff, and also you just like hit to the sky with a big fireball. So now Eixon trying to make something happen, gets a nice little combo in, also has that good routing on Potemkin, but still it is Pet that just jumps out and puts you in the corner actually.
Yeah, I think overall the routing gets like fairly difficult against super lightweights and super heavyweights.
Gotta be on point with that, and my goodness, the IB on the 6K. Knew that Eixon wanted to get spicy with it to try and deny the wake up pop buster. And what are we gonna see here?
Ooh, IB's in between!
What?
Gets a fancy punish. There's I think that's a really good thing that PsychedelicPet did there, because the Tsurane Sansu Watashi does kind of push you really far away. So especially on a character like Potemkin who has difficulties punishing bursts, punishing supers on a really far range, it's much better to try to get an interruption in between the super instead.
Yeah, 100%. So we're gonna be seeing Yeah, so the current development on the bracket, as we see, is that in our winners semifinals position, we got Pida versus Leapfrog, and then we also have PsychedelicPet versus K&E, kind of, I think, what we expected in general. On the lower half of business, we still see Stale Devil being alive, unfortunately having to kill off some ZFers in the process. We'll be facing off against Koji. Gerran is waiting for the winner between Marks the Dragon and Steiny. Oreo Filter is going to be playing off against Dragon Tech, so this is technically in our book a ZF team kill. And Eixon has now been banished by PsychedelicPet to go face off against TheCaptain.
Yeah, pretty much every single game that we have left is super hype, super high level. Wouldn't want to miss any of these. However, you know, we can only watch so many for one event.
And speaking of high-level matches, we might want to like to support those before we get into Pida versus Leapfrog, so make sure to claim some match winner codes. This has been progressing pretty nicely in the short break we had since we last shielded. We have 17 codes left to be claimed, and I think we got a healthy viewership number here to do so. So if you've recently joined and haven't claimed a code yet, or are for some reason have the stream muted, don't hear me, but I'm shaming you right now. Head on over to Match Reno, hit that claim code button, sign in if you haven't done so already, and hit the claim code button. It's 25 cents for free to the prize pool. No scam. No, we won't steal your email address or anything. This is all cool, and we do this every week. Otherwise, there's also the Match Reno subscription bounty. So if you subscribe to the Match Reno YouTube, you get to throw an extra 32 bones. It's a one-time action if you've already done it on your account before. It doesn't apply anymore, and then it's also the ability to download the Scarl Girls mobile app, and you add 80 cents to the prize pool. So if you're feeling extra generous, these are your avenues. There's always the free contribution button if you're so inclined, but for now, claim codes is the way. We have 17 left to go.
All right, as soon as Pida sat down on the cabinet, I saw going to this character select screen and picking the alt main against Potemkin. Basically the only matchup where Pida plays Axel.
Yeah, I mean, it's completely reasonable as well, because the Raven matchup is just such hell for, or like Raven Potemkin is such hell for Raven, because you have some of these like nice long range normals, but ultimately where the strength lies in Raven is getting up and close in their face, doing some of these reglide pressures, trying to get these command grabs going. But you know, Potemkin can press at those ranges, Potemkin can grab at those ranges, and also your funny stance move gets denied, so why not just play the character that makes it painful for Potemkin to navigate?
Yeah, I think most importantly for like a competitive player mindset, it's full of uncertainty, unlike this matchup.
Absolutely, and already starting off very strong here from Pida, putting them into the corner, just slowly burning away the health. Nice low blitz.
And a very interesting question is, how is Leapfrog gonna try to solve some of the problems that Axel poses in this matchup? Multi-hitting one.
Yeah, I think honestly this is just spiked out of Daisuke to give every single one of Axel's chain normals 2 hits. Just so you can't just hammer fall through it. But I think the main approach that Leapfrog has into this matchup is IB as many hits as possible, build tension pulse into getting that 50 meter to try and like RC his way into Pida's face.
Yeah, Axel is like traditionally basically the strongest character on the ground. And like you said, all of those hit-stealing multi-hits, it's reasonable to say that probably a lot of the RPS that wins Potemkin, the matches are gonna come from like jumping RPS, and for that you want to have the meter, which Potemkin or like Leapfrog he has.
Oh, but didn't get the punish. The read was so on point, but unfortunately no punish there, and it's going to be eating 1 bomber. He's going to be eating 2 bomber. Nope, just going to go and opt to route into full screen.
Ooh, but now this is dangerous. Pida has the 50, so could go for DPRC for instance.
Just keep it nice and clean. Rensen hits the low, and just like that, the low follow-up from Sickle Flash is going to close it out. Pida taking game 1. It's just one of those days in the office for Pida. Light work, no reaction.
No choice but to go back and try it from the beginning for Leapfrog Pot. It's patience is the key. Like every single round for you, like if you win as Potemkin, it's gonna take such a long while because there's this early game phase where you're building meter, just walking around, probably not doing anything like high commit stuff, just walking things like so, and then.
Yeah, I thought the Rensen might come out and might flick that, but no dice. I also like this from Pida, right? There's a lot of moments in time where he kind of just opts to do nothing, just stand there, because the more normals you throw out, the more opportunities you give Leapfrog to IB your stuff and let him build that meter, the greater the chance he gets in there. But just, playing it patient, do nothing, learn to do nothing and sit there and observe,
Yeah.
Not everything needs a reaction.
Yeah, pretty much, because like, what is Potemkin gonna do? He's gonna, the worst case scenario is gonna walk at you. And how often do Potemkin players dare to walk at you just like that?
Yeah, and that situation looking kind of strong for Leapfrog there, but ultimately the final scramble puts Pida in the position that even if the Hammerfall armor comes out, the damage will be done and Potemkin will die.
Tried to go for the slide head, but in this game, instant air dash punishable. That was the one thing that I was celebrating before the cast.
Oh, still got that here.
Speaking of finds a slide head still, and a lot of these zoner matches, one slide head could be the make or break.
Absolutely. Also, who decided to give the zoner a DP? What is this? What are we doing here? Oh, Hammerfall connects, gets that knockdown. 5k trying to get that meaty, but unfortunately had missed the timing here. And again, Pida going back to that zoner bullying range.
Funny that you mentioned DP. I think Pida has not gone for it even once yet. The ancient. All right, we're trying to do some fancy stuff.
Yeah, I'll have a little bit of fun with it. But we have seen Pida do a few DPs here and there, especially when the moment that Leapfrog gets in, he just goes like, nope, back to full screen you go. Nice gamble. Just like that, yeah. Pida is gonna make it a clean 2-0 over Leapfrog. No rounds dropped.
Yeah, even though we have that DP tool, it's not about using the tool. It's always the threat of the tool that is more important. And you're fighting against the zoner who has a DP. You can't really commit all in, even when you get to that strike throw distance, and that little bit of hesitation allows the zoner to get a backdash out, get a jump out, get an exit from your pressure, and then you feel bad again.
Absolutely. So from one part to the other, we're going to be seeing KNE versus PsychedelicPet. Now, this one is going to be a lot more interesting because, unfortunately, the Jam character just puts herself inside of Potemkin's range. Now, we do know that KNE also has a Axel available to them, but I believe he's just going to be opting for the Jam, the comfortable character, the one that he puts endless hours in grinding and learning.
Yeah, we know it's especially older Gear is the kind of game where you're, for the most part, married to your main character. It's so hard to match your skill level. Even if you have a good matchup, even if you counter pick, it means nothing because your main is just so much more powerful.
Absolutely. There we go, starting off with that slide head here, and KNE just taking a slower approach, right? Doesn't need to go straight into the face, has to watch how close they are to Pet, and so far getting these small hits in, but that's kind of the issue here with Jam early on in the mid-screen, is that it's going to be a lot of mosquito bites before finally getting to that corner combo.
Ooh, nice timing on the slide head there, targeting the landing of KNE's. However...
Okay, combo, nice 2P interrupt, slowly but surely approaching, gets that Hammerfall connect, no count hit for the knockdown. Obviously the Hammerfall knew that was unsafe on IB.
Instant air dash! Threading the needle.
Yeah,
I guess the kill, yeah.
I like the press, right? I think definitely Pet was looking for that pop buster, so it's like, why not? Even though the pop buster does have that strike involved, if you press it fast enough during the Hammerfall break, you should get that punish in.
Okay, look at that. I think PsychedelicPet realized that KNE did use the double jump already, so technically had a predetermined landing timing on the thingy and got the slide head once again.
Absolutely. Oh, close slash anti-air, but no pickup, but still, these are getting a lot of these loose hits. Now, normally a loose hit on the character is it's okay, it can build up, but on Potemkin it builds up very fast.
Yo, oh! Frame traps with that?
Okay.
It's is the follow-up to the Gigantor, one of the least used tools in the business.
That knockdown, charges up another knockdown card, keeps the pressure a little distance away from Pet, so doesn't get the pop buster, and just like that, Kaney making a comfortable first win here. So Pet not really able to start a lot of things. The last damage that they were able to score was mainly off of stray hits here.
Yeah, this is super interesting because the last time I've seen these gentlemen play each other has been such a long time ago, and KNE especially has leveled up a ridiculous amount since that. So it's in a way fascinating, very surprising to see, but on the other hand, not too surprising considering like how on the grind KNE has been.
Yeah, I don't know what Pet's exit activity is like, but Kaney added me on Steam recently, and I see that man is constantly on the exit.
Ooh, nice read there, getting punished with the Dragon Kick as well. A big problem for a lot of, when you're RPSing against command grabs, if you jump backwards, you're often not going to get a punish unless your character has some sort of really weird mechanic, such as the Dragon Kick for Jam.
Absolutely. There we go. YRC checkmate. Baits out the DP. Goes for a pop buster. Unburstable damage. Getting very close there. And with that 6HS Hammerfall will do it. We also just see Kaney hanging onto that burst. Knew the round was done. Save it for the next one.
Another really interesting thing. Oh, got the buster. Another really interesting kind of decision route for Jam is what cards you're charging. And especially I think the Dragon Kick is the sort of meta choice for this matchup, so that you can always take Potemkin to the corner with the hit confirms, because like the routes are really different on Potemkin.
Absolutely. And oh my, hit
the taunt between the combo. PsychedelicPet the show, man.
That was it. Hammerfall on counter hit plus the RC. You have so much untapped time. Might as well do a funny in between. You just have to kill time anyways for the optimal hit, I believe. So
right?
Why not make it cool?
But like for you to know that kind of combo, it already says like something about like how fancy you want to be, how fun stuff you want to be showing to people watching your games.
Absolutely. Oh, nice backdash on the 6K. Oh my god, it hasn't been hitting like crazy combos or anything. Like 2 hits into like knockdown, and Kaney bleeding so much health.
Ooh, able to somehow avoid the too heavy big counter hitbox.
Air to air, forcing Pet into the ground, gets the 6HS, no combo, but still stuck in the corner. Counter hit Hammerfall, just swaps over and puts you towards the corner here. Drops the combo, I believe, but still heavy slash in the air is going to connect. Should be 1 or 2 more hits here for Pet. Just straight hits will do it.
Ooh, went for the big Hail Mary there.
I like the idea because I think they were afraid. They saw the IB, so it's like, we just got to try something to try and deny the throw that might come after.
Yeah. Ooh, there's the bot-specific route. Doesn't drop it this time. Perfect KNE.
It's funny how that route went. It looked really cool, but it just didn't do too much damage. It's kind of the issue with playing into pod here. Great IBs coming out from Pet in the backdash.
Yeah, out of there, in there, getting caught by the stray 5 heavy from Pet. Missing the strike, but always ready to go for another one. Anti-air. KNE is flying around. Oh, wait, that was the front.
Yeah, it was the front, so I think Pet might have had a good read on the situation. Like, oh, it's going to be behind me for sure, right? But then ended up being on the front. YRC to make the button safe, tries to go for a 6P attempt. Pet slowly but surely getting closer to beating out KNE here. Simple trade hits, going to get knocked down slowly, bit by bit. This burst is losing value, almost has the RC to block it.
Ooh, let it rip! And that...
The trade, and Pet will be taking it 2-1 over KNE. KNE was so close to making it. It was making it quite precarious there for PsychedelicPet, but alas, no dice. Better luck next time.
Yeah, there were so many chips on that Max Ryujin card. It's kind of like as soon as KNE charged that Max Ryujin, PsychedelicPet kind of just stopped doing anything because like he can't afford to whiff anything because it's like you're just gonna get whiff punished into a corner combo. But on the other hand, as soon as you let it rip, as soon as that Dragon Kick goes off and it doesn't find its mark, then yeah, it's time to play again.
Lights out. So up next we'll be having Gerran versus Koji, but while we're waiting for that, we are 14 codes left on the match arena, so definitely head on over and claim some of those for those who haven't yet. Make sure to support these players and the epic games they're putting on. We are $13.25 in, so it's a nice sizable prize pool. I think that's that could be a three-way kebab. We can everybody can eat well this evening. So if you want to add a side of fries to that, make sure to head on over and claim those codes. Just the exclamation mark Match Reno will spawn the link for you. You just click on that, head on over, hit the claim code button, and if you're not logged in already, do so with Twitch or one of many other accounts, and just like that, you'll add 25 cents to the prize pool for free, no hassle.
Our next swap is gonna be Gerran versus Koji. Venom versus Baiken. When is the last time I saw that matchup? Trying to remember.
Yeah, I also don't think I've seen this matchup in a minute. It's going to be an interesting one because I believe you can simply parry the balls, and then there's a lot of advancing moves that Baiken can use to close that distance, as well as the fact that Venom likes to do a lot of stagger pressure, likes to use the balls to cover re-approaches during the pressure, and likes to put in some gaps in here, try to catch you pressing, getting a nice counter hit out. But Baiken with her Azami can make that quite tricky, so we're gonna have to see Gerran probably weave in a lot more throws than he's used to.
It's kind of like, Venom, a character with really strong pressure when you get it going, but then Baiken, a character that's really good at getting out of pressure if you're willing to gamble. Not just the normal Azamis, but the red Azamis as well during the setups. Ooh, we're starting with a big counter hit.
Yeah, whatever you would say, whatever button you press, I armor right through it, baits the burst out on top of it. Doesn't get the OTG hit, but finds the reset throw, keeps Gerran stuck in the corner. Just like that, great IBs on Tatami is going to open up a bit of space to operate, tries to teleport out, but the air zombie catching the 6P.
Oh, this is gonna go. I think, gonna get a big combo out of that. Baiken, one of those like pseudo grappler type of characters who get to continue after a corner throw. That's one of the biggest ways to get a party started for her.
Absolutely, very dominating performance here from Koji so far. Gets another hit, doesn't quite get the follow-up, tries to keep Gerran stuck in the corner, but Gerran finds a little hit here. Throws out that Tatami to immediately delete the orb.
Too low. Spending a burst out of there. It's like Gerran has been kind of struggling getting any sort of control of the matchup. You usually think that, a character like Venom that controls so many projectiles would just checkmate them, but no.
Yeah, Baiken with a strong projectile of her own can cover that approach. Also, those Azamis able to weave through, especially that guard point dash that she has. Is able to just negate a lot of the strong pressure she likes to open with. And there we go, just Azami's right out. Doesn't have to hold that chip damage. Goes bye-bye.
With a lot of meter. Could you cash this out? No. Waiting for ooh, but that's a good trade for Gerran. That close slash, I think something like 5 frame starter.
Yeah, very fast, very nice counter hit property. This time we're just going to be going into the super. It shouldn't quite kill, but that's a lot of unburstable damage coming out. Base the burst on top of it, and there. Wait, that was a gold burst. He got punished? Yeah, oh no, he pressed something. Must have been counter hit. So try to do something after the gold burst to maybe hope for a trade, potentially ending the round in Gerran's favor. But this time it just went for Koji.
Yeah, it's like even though the burst is not quite punishable, it's like you can't just stay there and take the pressure afterwards because you're on 0 health.
Ooh, that's a bit one too many hits to be able to guard point through.
Good interception. Drops a lot of the combos though. These angles, these hits that Gerran is scoring are kind of tricky. Air-to-air hits, not the most standard ones that you're used to converting.
Absolutely, you'd rather just throw these orbs out and cover your jump in for you instead of air-to-airs. The heals on anti-air there, but not connecting just yet. Throws out to Tommy Matt, tries to play a little bit more tricky, but Gerran finds a very clean jump in. Just like that, is going to be setting up that kill situation very shortly. Good mix-up, and just like that, Gerran one round for himself.
Yep. That was the first clean knockdown of the set for Gerran, and you can already tell what happens when you don't have to work with those extremely weird hits when you get to do the set play and you get the hits that you're always practicing for in the training mode.
100%, but here we go. Koji starting off the pressure. Nice half health gone already from Gerran. Fantastic trade going in the way of Koji here. But the blitz on the tatami jump in.
Delay air back dash, getting the overhead hit. Koji chooses to burst here. It's quite a lot of meter to work with as well. Wait, it sort of goes both ways. Like when you're making yourself very inaccessible, go for a lot of these like air maneuvers. It's also kind of hard for you to hit confirm hits when you're Koji, or maybe not if you just hit your air throws.
And your ground throws. There we go. RC for this extension. Are we going to see the burst out of Gerran? Gerran might be holding on to this. There is trying to Guts Crush through, not quite connecting. Still holding this bit of pressure here. Gerran needs that final hit just to close out the round, and the Yozansen to do it. Koji putting themselves now on set point, close to that burst, while Gerran hangs on to his.
Ooh, it's a dangerous trade. However, Koji was quite able to capitalize out of that.
Okay, trade, but going more in the favor of Gerran here. Still keeping Koji into the corner, will burst that out, and is able to get a light whiff punish going there. Oh, RC air dash is over.
Oh, IB tried to go for a throw, but the angle this time didn't quite favor. Takes the burst as well. The jumping was way too heavy.
Not the most fantastic punish, unfortunately, but still able to be in control of the situation. Mad struggle, trying to force their way in, but goes under and gets the punish on the jump in.
Both players missing a couple of their air throws now. Misses the clean setup chance as well. Mad struggle, alright, can pick up after that. And now the set play into a low. Yeah. And we need one more. Koji's so close yet so far from the burst.
Oh, but tried to play. Wait, hold on. Can you Asami Dark Angel?
So I think Dark Angel stays active for so long that you would probably have to go Asami into. I forgot how the frames go for Mavarikomi. Like, can you like low profile maybe under the Dark Angel or not? I think like all of the other follow-ups just get traded into the super.
Alright, I see you can from Eixon, so I'm willing to bet that it might have been an Asami misinput. Because it was a normal trade that happened.
Oh, right. If you just parry all the hits instead of going into follow-ups.
Exactly, just parry, so you don't have to hold that chip damage. Like that.
Yeah, that's forget that that's also an option. You don't necessarily need to hit it once you land it. Yeah, plays it very safe. The two incoming balls, just avoid them. Into a TK, Yoza into an air for reset.
Yeah, great stuff. And again, another throw coming out. And this is Baiken, so we're going to see some damage following up right after it as well. Do we see the full extension? Yes, a nice loop. Gets the knockdown, sets up the tatami. Late air dash into empty into low. And Koji find themselves back on set point.
Yeah, it's like, at that point, if you look at your opponent's meter, you didn't see 50 on Koji, so that could be an indication that like the low option is gonna come out, but then again, you were kind of low health, so maybe the TK Yozen might almost finish you as well. Hard situation to be.
100%. We're going to see the burst from Koji. Wants to keep this pressure that we're slowly trying to build up onto Gerran. Finds the air throw. Sets up the Yozansen. Great read this time. Good blocks. And we're going to see some more of that zoning. Trying to hold those orbs out. But the armor on the dash-in is going to get Koji nice and close. Let's get that throw, but not quite. And it hits a little too high. So that's Gerran now with the reversal.
Into low. And now perhaps one hit away. Ooh, going for the finish. Is that enough? That is enough. Nice recognition of the situation. Even on OTG, you can get so many hits from that Dark Angel plus the double head Morbid, and all of those are at least 1 damage.
Yeah, 100%. Just getting that fat gut crush going in. But here we go. Once again, Koji starting off nice and early, nice and strong. Are we going to see the burst from Gerran? It is getting close to that. Okay, half health already gone. Getting to that 25% here. Blue side burst is available. RC and I mean, is the Yozansen the right point to burst? You know they're going to RC for that extension on top of it. And just like that, the stun to seal the deal. And Koji 2-1 over Gerran.
Yeah, I forgot where the guaranteed burst point even is. I guess it's like when Baiken does the air dash forward during the loops. If I recall correctly. Those are kind of points that you want to aim for.
Yeah, but I mean, in general, you definitely don't want to aim for the usual RC points for these characters to be a burst.
Yeah, for sure. If they're doing the TK Yozan RC anyway, so it's kind of like trying to fight against your primal muscle memory. It's like, shit, I got hit, I want to burst, but then, no, I don't want to burst because they're going to RC anyway.
Absolutely. So, before we get into R.E.V.O versus Eixon, so more Baiken action coming up soon. Once again, Match Reno, we are down to our 12 codes. We're getting very close to that final 10. Make sure to claim those codes. I also like to give a small little shout out to Nexon here, not only claiming a code, but also the Match Reno subscription bounty there. So that's an extra 32 cents to the prize pool. So thank you for that. So make sure if you haven't done so yet, claim those codes. And if you're feeling extra generous, of course, there are the other additional means to contribute. These are mostly one-time actions, but there's also the free contribute option available to add a little extra. You know, these some great matches we got going on so far. A lot of close sets as well. I think we had like a handful of blowouts.
A lot of matches, like especially player matches that I've never seen before. Speaking of, this would be probably one of them as well.
Mm-hmm. Definitely very interesting here, especially because I wonder how Azami interacts into Pineberry, because Pineberry covering a lot of the approach, and it's going to be a matter of like, okay, are you going to let it rip now because you're going to believe they press a button, or they're just going to let the Pineberry do the work and bait out your response.
Yeah, you would think, like, especially stuff like the unblockable setups, that Baiken would have some extra outs from those setups using Red Azami.
Mm-hmm. Oh my, 2-piece stagger pressure into the throw. Tick throw action coming out here in Xrd. Alright. Big damage coming in the way for Eixon here. Nice knockdown.
That's a hard route. Good on Eixon for hitting it.
Yeah, Eixon definitely no stranger to some of the more fancier combos, but unfortunately, the Pineberry connects, doesn't quite hit the super missile, and it's just going to be going for the... Ah, Pineberry!
No! the insurance! But Eixon still got it back.
Yeah, I think also the last combo was Pineberry finally acting against the favor of Elphelt, because I don't think that Kabari would have connected otherwise.
However, there, the right confirm from Eixon of the Pineberry explosion. Remember, every time that Elphelt is holding onto that grenade, you kind of have to forego like your biggest, heaviest starters. You usually want to try to hit confirm as if, you know, you were hitting something like really low attack level. Ooh, speaking of.
Absolutely. Ooh, great backdash into the far slash, and that's going to be Eixon going for the burst. Wants to keep that momentum. R.E.V.O stuck in the corner. Pineberry's about to explode. And narrow avoidance, and finds that 2HS to close it out. Eixon taking the first game.
Yeah, it's always like you usually want to start things by taking out the grenade, but at that spacing where Baiken can kind of microdash at you or too heavy at you, a little dangerous.
Yeah, we're also getting in chat that R.E.V.O being punished for not playing Baiken. OG Baiken main now switched to the Elphelt thing. Creature.
Oh, got the punish on the landing recovery, but immediate burst from Eixon.
Ooh, nice backdash on the 2HS, getting that whiff punish there, but backdashing on the close quarter combat command throw. Wow, these players are using a lot of like invuln interactions and body shifting.
Into the big counter hit once again. Do we get the route? Ah, missing it just barely. And off the scramble, ooh, that's a lot of meter going to waste. And a rare footage of close slash actually missing as an anti-air.
I was about to say, the proximity facing the wrong way. Years of discourse again. Oh no, we can't let Elphelt players get away with this. Gears of discourse once again. Oh, we don't have a dedicated anti-air tool. Where?
I mean, there is a like certain degree of not being able to control it, but at the same time, the game is controlling it for you. So it's a give and take.
Daisuke on your shoulder there, making sure you get these anti-airs, but not this time. And Eixon now with Elphelt into the corner, gets that air throw. 6K tries to keep it going, tries to get a parry out, but R.E.V.O opting for just a simple jump out there. It's going to be prompting the burst from Eixon, but Eixon finds again another Azami follow-up.
This combo, or perhaps a burst bait, we shall never know. Nevertheless, Oriel is still holding on to that burst.
Look at the wrist crank as well, but this time going to be finally out there, and that's the burst coming out from Oriel. Oriel wants to close it out on this round here.
Ooh, nice patience there. Instant air dash into nothing. Sees the Azami still active and throws. Oh, that's so clean! Avoiding the hitbox with the backdash. And now 5B mash. Are you kidding me?
On shotgun stance of all things, and like that, Eixon is going to be taking a round back and setting themselves up for set point here. Oriel able to generate a lot of burst gauge back, has that slight advantage over Eixon in that regard.
Yeah, once again, sees the held Azami, goes for a throw.
Sets up the Tommy, nice IBs, and just opts the backdash there. Doesn't want to deal with whatever's coming after that dash. Still, it is Eixon finding these hits, finding these extensions. Finds another hit, and that's going to be the burst from El Grinch. Oriel probably not going to see that burst come back anytime soon. Tries to chase back with the anti-air, but ooh, can't anti-air to Tommy too easily. Gets the launch with no pickup. Air throw down to the final pixel hell situation. Failed the sunset RC. Now both players struggling, trying to find that last hit, / make that comeback. Bridal Express connecting with the Pine Berry, kind of setting it up a little poorly here. Trying to fish for hits, and the falling JP will do it for Eixon, taking it 2-0 over Oriel.
What a scramble there at the end. I was like, that 5 heavy that Oriel hit was supposed to be a throw, I guess, but off the, what was it, the TK Yozan, I think that Eixon tried to go for was a little off the mark, or didn't come out properly and got hit by the 5 heavy instead. What a set.
Yeah, absolutely genius work from both players. Unfortunately, I believe that is all we're going to be seeing out of Oriel for this week, as that is from the loser side of business. So Eixon will be moving on to face off against Leapfrog, but first we're going to be having KNE versus Koji. It's going to be an interesting one. Baiken versus Jam, especially Jam, again, character, stagger pressure, has a lot of these funny gaps that wants to try and frustrate you and get you to press a button, otherwise mixing in her overheads to try and also get a hit that way. But at the end of the day, this is Baiken you're playing against, and there's always going to be an opportunity where your turn just gets snatched away from you with one well-placed Azami.
Yeah, Baiken kind of like a character who, despite, like, no matter what the situation, can always bring an extra layer of RPS in. And that makes her so interesting, so exciting to watch. Like, even if you're on a back pedal, back foot, you get a really good parry, counter hit from the follow-up, mad combo. The tides of the combat can flip so fast.
Yeah, 100%. And a quick shout out before we go into this, we user Skullgirls, which I don't know who it was, but somebody downloaded the Skullgirls app, so we got that sponsor request. Thank you so much for whoever did that. As we go right into this game, and it's early damage coming out for the way of KNE and the J2K to avoid whatever Koji had cooked on that approach.
Gotta be careful, that is a Max Ryujin card. Ready to go. So can't miss anything super obvious full screen.
Oh man, the parry into the burst bait on top of it. Nice awareness there from KNE there, but still Koji finding a bit of their turn back, but no, and as soon as they found it back, it just ends.
6 heavy anti-air. Alright, we'll take that. Parry though.
Based.
Yeah, speaking of that, it's kind of goes both ways how sort of both of these characters will have difficult time pressuring each other, because there is like that reversal parry from Jam, but also that Azami from Koji that can be performed as a reversal or during your block stun.
100%. Although the parry just, I think, automatically loses to lows, I'm not mistaken.
The Jam one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's still that layer, whereas, Azami, you can hit that crouch Azami for that purpose. But also, another thing, KNE going for these Ryujin charge cards, so it's more on Koji there to kind of be aware of that situation, that possibility of just eating a Ryujin suddenly in your face, and try to maybe go for an air Azami to punish that. We'll see if it comes to that. 5D connecting. Nice air Azami. Gonna build up a bit of damage. It's the rundown. But no, it is going to be Koji that gets air thrown instead on the reset attempt. And just like that, KNE putting the first game on the board for themselves.
We always talk about how difficult it is to hit confirm on light characters, especially when they're airborne. And both of these characters, so many different, like so many good air options, so many different reasons to be airborne. So they're kind of like fighting for the air supremacy on slightly different angles, slightly different trajectories. I think Baiken usually tries to be a little more defensive, moving backwards, inviting the opponent into the pokes, whereas, you know, Kenny on Jam wants to be a little more aggressive.
Yeah, absolutely. But so far, it's going to be Koji coming out on top with the aggression. But just like that, tries to play a little bit safe on the Oki, and you give him a hand, and Kenny takes the arm. Is now driving into the corner. Nice high B throw. Looks like that reverses the situation. Gets a solid jump in. Will be setting up the Oki, but the parry from Kenny is just always present.
All the cards unloaded. I noticed that whenever Kenny gets an opportunity to get only a partial charge, they get one of the two other cards, and when there's time for a max charge, they always go the max fusion. So that is a really big thing that can change the the nature of the neutral.
Absolutely, and man, Kenny had the threat of the Ryujin. Knew that Koji might be looking for fishing that Azami potentially on reaction to the giant blue flames. So we're just throwing a bunch of normals out instead.
Oh, this time took the partial Ryujin. 6B.
Great anti-air, no knockdown this time. Tries to reposition to keep them stuck in the corner, but Koji finally out despite trading a bit of health for that. Still, Kenny in a very strong position here, is on set point, has burst available, gets thrown to the ground, but still has that 50 meter. Looks on instant overhead, but no combo. Let's Ryujin rip.
Koji's kind of close to the burst, but close might not be enough unless you have it immediately.
Okay, nice air throw, but not into the corner here, so that's going to be interesting. Kenny playing it a little patient, trying to IB, find a gap to press through. A lot of health here for Kenny still. Both players have that burst available, but Kenny also has that meter advantage. Danger warning coming out for Koji. Been playing a little too defensively. Daisuke doesn't like that. You need to get in there fast. Negative penalty. All your meter gone.
Oh, but perhaps it doesn't matter because Koji didn't have a lot of meter in the first place. But then again, the round is still gonna go for a very long time for Koji. It's very, very unfortunate that negative penalty actually ends up mattering so much. After that hit that they scored, there would have been opportunities to build maybe to 50. But because of the negative penalty, there was no meter to be built.
Yeah, it's like you get the maximum negative tension pulse, right? Just like, nope, gotta work all that back. You're in depth now.
Yeah.
With interest. But unfortunately, that's going to be all we're going to see from Koji this week, as Kenny will be moving on to sit in losers semifinals, waiting for the winner between R.E.V.O versus Eixon, which we'll be having up next. And before we get into that, a reminder, 12 codes remaining. Thanks again to Nexon for claiming every single bounty. Big work, good show up there. So hopefully everybody, let's not get outdone here and hop on, claim those last 12 codes here. Get everybody that side of fries that they're looking for with that kebab meal this evening, and reward these players for an excellent show that they're putting on this evening, especially how stacked this bracket is suddenly become over, like, I think minutes difference.
All right, we have our 3 big names confirmed for the top 4, but which one of these players is going to be the 4th one to join R.E.V.O, Eixon?
Also, shout out to Steiny with the 5 bones, just direct contribution, mucho appreciated.
Thank you, thank you.
But here we go, the battle of the flag orientation. My favorite as always. Eixon going to be starting it off nice and strong, but getting close to that health swing. It's going to be prompting R.E.V.O to burst here. Wants to not let the advance go too strong. Trying to find an opportunity to press a button in between, but Eixon letting the range of Baiken's normals do the speaking, and the first beat on the Hammerfall!
Big one, no. Don't have to worry about that anymore. Is that gonna be enough? Building 50? Yes, indeed! And that means we can go into the cash-out conversion.
Man, that's the grappler gameplay, isn't it? You just kind of get mosquito bitten and it's like, alright, check this read, boom, explodes your health.
Ooh, nice backdash chase there. And now in the corner, any hit is gonna be big, big trouble. Eixon momentarily getting out of there. But Leapfrog already pushing Eixon to the other corner. However, the Azami follow-up combined with, which one is that?
Not sure, but still finds a simple ground throw combo. Is looking to slowly but surely build up that health swing possibility here, but Leapfrog on that 50-meter dead angle going wrong, but still has another 50-meter left to go. RC and punishes the air zombie with the pop buster. Is it enough to kill off in this corner? Knuckle extend, it will do it.
Damn, what's that? What's the name of the DP follow-up? I always forget the name of that one. Let's see.
Koji, do you know?
I'm gonna check Dust Loop.
Real. We are experienced and good at our job. Thank you for asking. Oh, nice IB, building in gaps, get their own punch in. Leapfrog building that momentum so far. Try to push. Oh, what? The interesting low profile on the 2D there. Baiting the burst. Nice IB on the jump in. Puts Eixon back to the corner again and just not leaving too much of a gap. Finally, one comes out, but again, trying to force their way in, keeping Eixon stuck in the corner. Nice blitz. And has the mental warfare read on the blitz war.
Ooh. Let's see, we got the heavyweight combo. Could choose to, not even choosing the easy follow-up is usually, or the easy finisher is to go for the super if you're kind of feeling like you're dropping it. Speaking of the super. Yeah, here's the other way to punish it. I think as Potemkin you have to get more than one IB to maintain close enough distance. Well, I think the last one is the most important.
At least the move is fairly consistent in its rhythm. I don't think it changes too much, so it's a pretty easy way to IB it out, especially just like the first one rip and then block the IB last 2-1, so good awareness there from Leapfrog. Now running that Potemkin pressure has Eixon in all kinds of reads, getting the wall splat combo, gets the Gigantor into the stun, 2P just to knock them to the ground, and a 6HS to close it out. Leapfrog with a resounding 2-0 victory is going to be claiming it for the horizontal orientation this week.
I love that routing at the end. Instead of just going for the full 6K loop, which is kind of easy to drop, chose to recognize there was a stun to be had from Gigantor, used it, get the reset, and just, get an easy kill without having to deal too much with that difficult execution.
100%.
Alright, so
yeah, we've made it to the under 10 code mark now, so the last 9 codes left to be claimed as we're heading into the twilight of this bracket. We have our top 4 players confirmed now. It is Pida and PsychedelicPet coming up next in the winners finals, as well as K&E versus Leapfrog waiting out down in the loser semis. Now, as we're going into Pida versus PsychedelicPet, this is a first to 3 set because it's a finals match, so we're going to see probably a longer performance coming out, hopefully.
Yeah, and this is interesting thing here is that oh wait, no, yeah, this is going to be the winners final first.
Absolutely. Also, yeah, this one's going to be a slog of a match because it's again Pida, and Pida into Potemkin is always going to be Axel. Or at least this season Potemkin. I believe he will allow the beginner Potemkins to at least face off the Raven a bit. But anybody with the Salted Potemkin, he just toss the Axel. He doesn't want to deal with that. And Pet, very used to this matchup, is going to show the slow but steady grind to try and make their way in on Pida and hopefully claim a game or 2 or the set.
So we saw the Leapfrog versus Pida already. Let's see how Pet chooses to tackle the same problems in this matchup. We can already see the patience just walking around. Ooh, but the stray hit opening here for PsychedelicPet perhaps. Look at this, he's sticking to Pida like a shark.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot more Mega Fist coming out from Pet compared to Pida. Definitely knows that Pida is going to be looking. Oh, big 6HS gets the tumbling confirm, and just like that, you're stunned. Blitz to double blitz to try to take as much of that burst gauge away as possible, and has the routing to kill Pet. A quick route, just one solid read, and that's it. You're gone.
Yeah, that's the world-class Potemkin play. It's the only thing you need is that one opening, and then you do your one-shot combo when you've built all of that meter, and that's what happens. That's why Potemkin is such a chaotic matchup for just about anybody to play.
Absolutely. Also, we're seeing a lot more use of Mega Fist coming out from Pet, as I wanted to mention earlier, because Pida definitely knows that, well, there's going to be some kind of Hammerfall break reset attempt into Pot Buster. And Pet also knows that, so needs to shake it up a little bit to try and condition into that final Pot Buster that does matter.
Ooh, the re-jump, jump slash, here we go, and the mix, just wait for it, no response.
What? Oh, he was feeling a little too spicy, blocks this, and he just jump over, doesn't get the punish, but still stuck in the corner, goes for that Pot Buster attempt, but Pida always ready to jump out.
I wonder, it was an interesting situation from the super. You do have to jump between the super hints, but PsychedelicPet went for like a double jump. I wonder if that was a distance where a single jump just can't get you there, or if that was just a miss-hit for PsychedelicPet.
Maybe it might have been a distance issue, but I think knowing Pet, he's very familiar with the ranges on Potemkin. And there's the clash into danger time, but still, you're set at full screen situation. And that's going to be a nice chunk of damage coming out here for Pida. Double YRC, accidental press, that's going to cost him a little bit there, but still maintaining that distance, maintaining the damage, as working on this perfect over Pet.
Oh! Can't afford too many trades anymore. Pet has that has that meter though.
Gets the slide head before the 2HS connects. Does find the low. Now keep him stuck in the corner. 5D connecting, but that is going to give him the opportunity to get out, but throws him back into the corner. Waiting patiently. 6P for the counter hit. That's going to be a nice wall combo. Ooh, air tech.
Tried to reset for the stun, no doubt. But now, last mix-up. Do we have it? Misses the 2K. Look at that hitbox! That's full screen away! The massive disjoint that could challenge Axel jump slash. Are you freaking kidding me?
He held it too. He's like, look, he's just staring him down. It's like, oop, you blinked. Bam.
Yeah, it's really easy to forget that even though the primary function of that tool, or usually primary function of that tool, is to send projectiles back at their user, it's a great far-reaching disjointed poke as well that gets you massive rewards on counter hit.
Yeah, reverberating in the air with its own hitbox. Unfortunately, he tries to go for a Hammerfall there, but there are cancel options for Pida available to break through that armor.
Yeah, look at how much meter we built before we committed into anything. Of course, the life bar is just for aesthetics. The multi-hit breaking PsychedelicPet out of that Hammerfall.
It is for aesthetics, but does have to cash out eventually. Finally finds that Mega Fist into RC, just chases him down, the absolute stare down, opting to just play it cool and calm and collected. Not everything needs reaction. Sometimes you just gotta observe.
They're trying to throw off the timing of these incoming Renses and the other fireballs and the chains and everything.
See, what I really enjoy about Pet's approach to this is that a lot of hits are being thrown his way, and he'll block them out, even if it's not an IB. And immediately when there's a bit of a gap, just walks it forward slightly. Doesn't have to go for like YOLO Hammerfall. Just a little, every advance counts.
Yeah, especially Potemkin, who builds so much more meter for walking forward than any other character in the game. That's kind of why you see this like back and forth walking. You walk backwards so that you can walk more forwards and build more meter.
Oh, but the Hammerfall finally connecting and trying to bait the burst there, but we're not going to see it just yet. The cross-up not connecting. IBs the Ben 10, but doesn't get all too fantastic of a punish. Gets a knockdown, goes for a super jump, just wants to cross over, but despite being IB'd, gets pop busted regardless. Blocks the Ben 10 with the IB. RC to make it safe. Pet can just taste the round.
Good, well-placed DP! I see PM YOLO! Or perhaps not so YOLO, because PsychedelicPet has so much meter to back that up, in case that was blocked.
Two slide heads, wants to look for that knockdown. Flick attempt on the disjoint, but not quite connecting. We see the mosquito bites coming out from Pida so far. Gets nice and close, but pushes him away straight away. Tries to get the punish on the flick, but not quite connecting. A lot of IBs, and there we go. Counter hit connected, no combo, and that's going to be the punish for PsychedelicPet into the Pop Buster reset. We're seeing half health already gone. Empty jump into another Pop Buster. What are we going to see this time? We'll try to go for the 2K, but just goes Ben 10, whatever.
The life lead is on PsychedelicPet's side. This I wonder if this means that Pida would have to be a little more aggressive. I'm wondering if PsychedelicPet can just hold a defensive posture here. Probably not, because it's skill the gear!
He had the RC, but was really reading for that extension there, so that's going to give Pida the burst potential. Still pretty close to the corner. We're going to see a lot more just blocks to get that tension pulse built. Good block on the overhead, but still the risk, forcing the counter hit. The up forward from Benson is going to whiff, and that is going to put Pet on 1 game away from advancing to Grand Finals on the winner side.
Damn! I mean, we knew that this is technically a, Grand Finals material match. And, no matter who goes into the losers bracket has a pretty good chance of getting back in there. But you would probably, you would have to usually, if you were a betting man, you would probably put your money usually on Pida.
If you enjoy your statistics and graphs, yes.
Yeah. But that's the beautiful thing. Not everything is about that, how it's supposed to go theoretically. And this is a testament to that. Here comes the grappler! S tier, as long as he is in that throw range.
Sometimes it's not about numbers, it's about pure muscle mass. Potemkin casting fists just like that. Ben 10 push him away. That's the flick there, and that's going to be a tumble, pushing really close to the corner. CHS almost connecting 2P quickly, but the wall splat into a knockdown from the flick. Sets up the Trusula mix, but a good jump out from Pida is going to be avoiding the pop buster, and we're going to see a combo to push him back to full screen.
Hard read there. Pida didn't take the jump out. Oh, good reset into a throw.
Oh, tries to meet Pida in the air to get that air throw. Wants him to try and throw that burst out, but I know Pida is looking to be very conservative with his burst. Wants to potentially hold it for the next round if they score it. Pet is on that set point, but with this RC, should be able to do it. And there we go, Pida staying alive, 1 round away from challenging for one game on the board at least.
Even that Mega Fist forward, even if you get to hit it as a normal hit, it's still not your turn because it's so minus still.
Elphelt already gone here from Pida. We're seeing the good IBs come out. The cross-up is going to work, but fortunately OTG hit is going to give Pet the opportunity to try and tech and scramble for that screen position. And again, Daisuke's vision, but he's stuck at full screen for it.
This is the time when Mega Fist forward is so dangerous. If he gets in the range... Oh!
Oh, but she goes for a symbol extension. Knows that the burst is available. Doesn't want to go full screen for it. Oh my god, just the meter spendage, but this time Ben 10 is going to come out. Still, has not opted to burst just yet.
Ooh, ran out of meter there, so couldn't block in the air. That 2S.
And that's also a really important burst to block there. It was a gold burst. We don't want to give Pida all that meter for free. Does find the vents and has enough for the RC, but the heavy slash is going to do it, and it's going to be a clean 3-0 for Pet going into Grand Finals and sending Pida down to Losers Finals.
Well, that's definitely a way to, return on the competitive front from a small hiatus.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in the Grand Finals, sitting on the winner's side seat, waiting for who will come from the losers bracket to enter the fray.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be Kenny versus Leapfrog, so the Potemkin action doesn't end there just yet. Though this is a losers semi-finals match, not quite the final, so it will be a first to 2, so we won't get to see the long distance just like we had before. But hey, listen, fellas, if the games are hyped, make sure to just claim some codes. We got 9 codes left to be claimed, so head on over, do that. Feel free to throw some extra contributions our way. Also, LifeFlow, thanks for the $10. Yo, we didn't catch that, so definitely shout outs for that. We super appreciate that. As we're gonna go into Kenny versus Leapfrog, 2 buddies. From what I understand, longtime sparring partners. Especially Leapfrog likes to hunt down Kenny in these online lobbies.
It's kind of like the top echelon of players are probably going to be pretty good friends with one another, because you're sticking with these fellas for a very long time in these small circles.
Ideally, you'd like to get to know them and be nice with each other, or just hate each other's guts. Why not?
Yeah, one option is to create some rivalries that creates interesting tension as well, depending on how you manage it.
Speaking of tension gauge, there's a good grip on the side of KNE. Leapfrog not quite there just yet, but still is getting kind of harassed here by KNE not finding an opening just yet to start his own game plan.
Oh, and we got that fully charged Ryujin straight into the corner. It's a really nice thing that you can just take the corner for any hit with that Ryujin instead of having to do the difficult combos.
Absolutely, and good delay burst there from KNE, but unfortunately getting a little memed here now. Close slash jump in is going to connect instantly. Leapfrog finds the hell swing, tries to meet him air to air for the air throw, but doesn't quite connect. RC to keep the pressure going. Back Mega Fist, tries to trade into the air, but it is going to be KNE's button that connects and gets the pickup 2 for the round.
Yeah, Jam is the queen of air to airs after all, and it takes quite a long time for Potemkin to go airborne. Powering through with the armor here though.
Yeah, unfortunately, barring an RC, there's too many, like the follow-ups take too long from the puffballs, so can just power through with the armor. Steal the pressure back, nice far slash, checking the anti-air or the air in.
Ah, that's the counter hit, so can convert.
But still, very strong straight hits coming out here from Leapfrog so far. I think I had like 1 or 2, 3 HS connect, but the Pop Buster will also land, and just like that, tying up the rounds here, both players vying for that first game win.
Feels really nice to be a character who has like massive rewards out of throws against these characters who love to wake up with their parries.
100%, just completely polarizes the game. Throws that 2P, just quickly throw Psych Out action into Pop Buster. And we're going to see a very confident round start here. Into the low unblockable, baits the burst, but KD knows, doesn't bite, gets the mash.
Ooh, with the max hit route.
Knocked down, tries to get as many hits in, has to build that life swing as soon as possible. So if you can get those hits in, you might as well just get scooped up into the RC and the Garfield. And that burst.
Yeah, it's tough because the combo goes into the throw so fast. So technically, it's like you burst immediately and risk the you know, sort of the hard baits that Leapfrog was bringing onto the table already earlier into the round.
Oh, character swap from KNE. So this is the Axel I mentioned that they do have indeed usually utilized for the Leo matchup into Jam, but now we're also going to see its viability into Potemkin. But we're going to see the quality of KNE's Axel compared to that of Pida's, and how because I believe KNE picked up Axel as a secondary, whereas Pida came from the Axel.
I do like this though, because Axel is a very like basic and fundamental character at his core. So even with however, your fundamentals aren't gonna mean shit when Potemkin, piloted by Leapfrog, is gonna have all of these reads and the unblockable. Oh my goodness, is it a stun?
Not too many counter hits so far, but it's gonna get very close to that kill here. Finally throwing out the Ben 10, might as well, right? The next hit would kill, so get out, get that space going. JHS connecting, but the 6P Prage get right through. Leapfrog set point.
On the other hand, it is exactly the like the basics and the fundamentals that are the hardest thing to do on fighting games. So we say like, right, it's just basic stuff, but it's like it's that stuff that you practice for like your whole life. It's like the technical stuff is like you just grind it out in training mode. But the fundies, you can't teach them. You're just gonna gain them through experience.
Yeah, you can observe, you can note, you can try it out, but ultimately the test comes in these games, in these online games, in these bracket games. So far, the fundies working out nicely for KNE, is bit by bit chipping away here at Leapfrog's health, tries to blitz tap, but it's not going to connect. Shouldn't quite be killed despite the RC, I believe, even if the great beat, but devastating life lead here for KNE, and that 5P will close it out.
If this was any other matchup, I would be very, very concerned. Because you just dumped all of your meter, and Potemkin has some.
Yeah, but the Lumbering Giant is going to have to stick at the full screen, and is going to have to take a slow approach. And I think we see KNE find sort of a new favorite button, that JS, kind of controlling that space, 2HS, beating through the flick now, half health gone for Leapfrog. Have to start making things count and get that approach.
there's kind of one kind of approach that you can take. If you're not the... Ooh, nice placing on the slide head. I was just about to say, if you're not confident instant air dash punishing that slide head on reaction, you can try to maintain a more aerial position, although that sort of puts you at risk of certain other things.
Yeah, this was kind of mentioned earlier with the way that Pida likes to play, because we see how Kane is busy, constantly pressing buttons, just jumping in, wants to throw button, more buttons, just cover that space with a big normal. But that makes him susceptible to slide head as well as other options, as you mentioned. Still working out very nicely here for Kaney, getting very close to that chip kill on Renstead, but the 2HS will do it. Crawling back from a very explosive first round, and Kaney puts one on the board. Again, this is a first to two, so the next game will eliminate a player.
Yes, sir. Love to see it. First time seeing Kaney's Axel, and it ends up working out. But now we have to do it again.
Absolutely. Trying to get in, major risk, force counter hit, tries to get that JD, clashes with the 2S.
Another interesting meta thing is like the more time you spend airborne, the less like you're gonna build meter, because like being airborne...
Oh no, but a little too far away from the pop buster. Waited so patiently for it. And the burst did, this is still going to be a pretty good situation. Low burst, and Potemkin, not usually a character that does too many hits, so you're not going to get that back too soon. Oh, baits it out. Yeah, RC, just make it safe, keep the pressure going right in his face. Nice, meaty 5k. Instantly building that health back. Baits out the DP, but has the meter to make it safe. Oh, pushes him closer.
Ooh, nice read there. Again, the Potemkin downside, even if you bait the DP, if you're too far, you don't really have a good punish. It's usually like Buster or nothing.
And unfortunately, Kaney didn't IB the ICBM there, so kind of just was forced onto the ground into the low, and there we go. N10 finally punished appropriately by Leapfrog, driving Pida or Kaney into the corner. Getting another one this time. Oh, going for the RC extension instead. Kind of put as much damage on the board before the burst comes back up. 5p anti-air, and just like that, it's going to be a 2-1 finish. And Kaney is eliminated from the bracket.
But definitely a worthy try there with the Axel. Got one, didn't quite get the second one, but I think it's a good investment in the future. As soon as you said like Kaney learned that Axel for the Leo matchup, the gears were starting to turn in my head. Where, God, this Axel pick is actually kinda synergistic with all the bad matchups that Jam has.
Yeah, I think it's I definitely preach in as many games as possible that the picking up a secondary character just to round out some of these poor matchups that your primary faces is definitely the vibe. You did mention earlier that you're effectively married to your character in a game like Xrd, but there is still the opportunity to pick up a secondary, especially when you hit that stone wall of trying to force your character into a very poor situation, and the player gap not quite working out, a little too even there, so it doesn't go into your favor, and you're much better off than spending your time and effort picking up a character that can alleviate these woes a little bit easier. We are, however, seeing the Raven on Pida going into Leapfrog.
Alright, the first encounter today did use the Axel and did take out Leapfrog. Perhaps, I wonder if this could be sort of like a... If Pida actually chose to, said that I wanna actually play this Raven on the grand finals if I get there, then this would kind of make sense to sort of warm it up if he wanted to do so. But I'm a little skeptical for what the rationale is here.
I think your line of thinking is usually correct, because I know Pida likes to take it easy on some people, but Leapfrog is one of those people he does not take it easy on. So I'm very inclined to believe this Raven pick is super intentional. He is in that vibe, so trying to play with that Raven long range normals.
Yeah, he lost the Axel matchup after all, and it all goes back to being, once again, you're married to your character. Even if you're ex-Axel player, you don't play that character that much anymore, so maybe playing the worst matchup is a better proposition for you still.
Yeah, matchup is also one of those things that ultimately it's down to like what you personally feel is how you experience it. Because what could be arguably a good matchup for your character, you might not necessarily agree with. You just see the situation like, man, this sucks to play. I want to play something else into this. And so far, we're seeing the Raven pick work out very nicely here for Pida.
Although it's always that one mistake.
Yeah, oh, and just forces the way in with the Hammerfall RC into Potbuster.
Is this how it all comes crumbling down? One more hit.
Oh, base the burst, no punish. Mega Fist has the backdash, can see the space. RC and gets the low. Leapfrog with a little bit of his own mix-ups.
I think that was great. Burning the meter there, guaranteeing that you get into the pressure, was basically a guaranteed kill. Could use any special move after that. Peter was out of meter.
Oh, pressing into the stance. It's definitely an interesting option for sure. Just like that, Peter getting the glide, nice bait on the burst. Again, going for the RC extension, getting that command grab, accessing that level 3 excitement meter. Not fully just yet for the damage bonus, but still has the extensions on his specials.
Oh, able to get the multi-hit out, and this is with basically full excitement. Here comes the big mix-up. The mix-up is no mix-up.
It's just scratch. Oh, but the blitz coming out, just going to RC to make a guaranteed knockdown here. Tries to approach, armors through, but RC has you held hostage while Raven glides right into your chest.
As fancy as that, you know, the maneuver that Leapfrog pulled off there was, it was really, really expensive on the meter. And like, after that, when you didn't have any meter anymore left, and Raven still had so much health, it was tough.
Yeah, I also like this. Oh, the backdash. So much invulnerable to land. Force Raven to also land, not get all of his overheads. Just like that, getting a throw. Nice IB on the scratch, but the tech JS is going to challenge whatever Leapfrog had cooked up next.
Wow.
Big 6P.
Peter was reading something, but Leapfrog was like, nah, I'll go for layer 1. I'll just mash the 6P.
Finger wags. Oh, and this time it's Leapfrog getting caught out. Has that level 3 excitement. There's a scoop. Has burst available. Are we going to see it just yet? Trying to hold on as long as possible, but yeah, it's the JP combos. Those are just burst safe.
At the same time, the burst has to come out, but then the burst is, or like the combo is so hard to burst at the right moment there, when there's so many jump Ps.
Yeah, especially if the starter is unburstable. And he just leads straight into those JP combos, Guts Crush on top of it. It was just a perfect situation for Pida. Gets that ICBM follow-up. Tries to go for the Pop Buster, but a heavy slash challenge from Pida is going to stop that. Unfortunately, rising a little too early into the ball, giving Pida the hit. Oh. Tries to be patient, bait the burst, but Pida not biting just yet. Calm, you know, observing, not too reactionary. Very demure.
There we go, read on the fuzzy jump. I think first of the evening, a lot of the Potemkin players have been trying to read that fuzzy jump, and like nobody's just jumping out at all.
Or at least like not necessarily like trying to go for the read, but not too hard committal. We've seen a lot of Mega Fists coming out from Pet to challenge these jump outs. Oh, clashing with the flick just in the end. Nice IPs. Will get scooped up. Doesn't have any meter to be able to get the extension. Finds the overhead. Sets up the orb. We're getting near to that finishing and finds the low. Pida 1 round away from closing out and solidifying the lead in the set.
IB this, says the command grab.
Absolutely. Can't IB these. It's a great tension pulse you're building up there. Would be a shame if I just snatched you right here.
Oh, yeah, recognize that was going to be a massive hit, perhaps even a killing combo if you don't burst.
Yeah, the Raven really working out nicely. The weakness not too present just yet.
Normal hit, so can't convert that 6B. Where is the opening? Leapfrog. Unfortunately, very low on meter. And here comes Pida. Finds the low.
Yeah, there was two things that was definitely being looked for there in that last interaction. Pida sitting on a nice, healthy chunk of excitement, wanted to play that long-range game, forcing maybe Leapfrog to look for an overcommit, and Leapfrog looking for that opportunity of Pida maybe being too patient and starting to let the excitement drain. Will have to hop into the stance to keep up with it and go for the slide head to punish it.
Speaking of holding stance, I think this is like one of the matchups where you're not the most comfortable going into the stance because of, you know, how Potemkin plays.
I think that's definitely one of the characteristic weaknesses that Pida does not enjoy when playing the Raven into the Potemkin. Pida, a very refined user of the Raven stance, tries to work in a lot of the pressure strings and get a reversal through that. But when you gotta hold an inevitable pot buster in between there, it becomes not quite the appropriate tool.
God, Leapfrog scoring all of these hits, but Pida knows if I try to escape, I'm just that, like, just a pixel away from the Enders being able to land on me. So it doesn't matter even if I take the hit. Leapfrog is not gonna get the full conversion.
Yeah, also we're seeing a lot of YRCs come out, just like on the needles to just eat the hammerfall hit. And that just opens up Pida, that opens Leapfrog up for Pida to just get the next combo. And speaking of Pida, set point here, 1 round away from eliminating Leapfrog into 3rd place.
Double jump over the scratch. Scratch, of course, very important tool. Even on block, builds a little bit of excitement, if I recall correctly.
Misses too much into the stance there. 6-speed clash.
Yeah, the meter is king. Both players canceling out of it. 5D too far away, unfortunately.
Does get the jump in, canceling the stance a little too early there. Finds the next couple of hits. Maintaining pressure. 4P mash attempt. Does get the hammerfall knockdown. Jumps in, but that's a very good IB coming out from Pida, setting up the reversal throw. Gets a little string going, maintaining that level 3 excitement.
Leapfrog is so close to, oh, so far from the 50 meter now. That 50 meter is the magic threshold. They would flick there against, oh my god.
Yeah, just wake up into, I think was looking more to flick the, oh, yeah, checkmate.
What a reaction there, waiting for the armor frame and then canceling during the like the hit stop flash that you get from that, you know, colliding with the armor. Damn.
Well, we are going to be going into our final set of the evening. It is going to be Pet on the winner's side of Grand Finals versus Pida on the loser's side. Before we head into that, a few more shout outs. Thank you, Koji, for another $5 Roonies supporting the prize pool of the bracket. We also got Steiny with that extra 1 cent. Banger. And there is still 9 codes to be claimed, so definitely head on over, do that, claim those final 9 codes. We can round it out nicely here with some extra, what is the math on that? $2.25? Why not, right? So hop on that. There's also the additional bounties as well as the free contribution button if you're feeling extra generous this evening, especially because, you know, all these veteran players coming out in full force to represent the game they love and show you some quality gameplay indeed.
Yeah, it looks like that what we're kind of expecting is coming true here, and Pida is flying into this grand finals match against PsychedelicPet, utilizing the Raven. The Axel pick didn't pay off, got 3-0'd in the winner's side, and now let's see if the character that Pida plays on the regular is gonna pay off better.
We definitely, like you theorized, we saw the warm-up earlier against Leapfrog, and it was paying off quite nicely, that the good range coming out, keeping space control as well as effective approaches in between, and not too heavy usage of stance, although when stance was used, we did unfortunately see Leapfrog press a little too much into it, and Pida was able to quickly generate that level 3. He's so comfortable.
Let's see, do I got my Danish on point? Like, too difficult for me.
Something about Raven, I assume, because that's the only thing I could make out there in the end.
Dampedia speaks Nordic as well.
I feel like he just like copy and pasted it into Google Translate, maybe. They're not having a Nordic conversation, surely, right? Alright, there we go.
Is this next level shit talk or?
It is definitely next level because we couldn't understand it. We don't know if it was shit talk or not. Here we go, Pida on the Raven, and now this is Pet. So Pet making quick work of Pida's Axel. So we're gonna see how he applies his approach towards Raven. We see a lot of jump-ins, and just like that, has him stuck in the corner, catches the backdash, getting a nice little string there. Unfortunate Grey Beat on the final hit. Yeah, this is not looking good.
Yeah, PsychedelicPet is loaded. This is basically 100 meter. I think Pida's not gonna wake out of this one. Yeah, all the options available. There's gonna be so much meter. Oh, but the 5 heavy mash works out. And the Trishula not low profiling enough to go under the orb.
Yeah, the orb, especially at higher excitement, likes to reach nice and deep to prevent you from trying to go under it. Baits out the dead angle, blocks it, so we're slowly starting to see that comeback here, but just like that wake-up flick, he's going to open it up, slide head on the scratch attempt, 2P, recovers fast enough to catch the backdash with the 2S, but unfortunately doesn't get the finishing kill despite the RC. So Pida here on the pixel health with an excellent blitz tap is going to stop it right there. Also, shoutouts to Leapfrog for the raid. Thanks, an epic run as usual, sir.
I guess a little bit of excitement there. It's gonna be one of Pida's sort of meta game plans on the way to the victory. Get as much excitement as he can without risking too much.
Absolutely, just slowly but surely, just avoid the range of the scratch, get that whiff punish with the slide head, and just like that, Pida is stuck into the corner. Looking for something, but is unfortunately just getting hit by the 2P, and that finally sets up the pot bust, and we get that corner extension as well. Is this a Raven exclusive combo? Just getting that 6k loops? Yo, the damage? Wait, this is off a pot buster, chill!
I think this might kill! No, not quite!
Yeah, RC skating a little too deep, but the 6 speed and the clash on the super, no way!
Wait, that means that Pida also had an opportunity to perhaps clash cancel out of that. But like, how many times do you clash with that super?
I mean, like, how many times are you ready to clash cancel in general? It's one of those most unexpected situations where typically you either go into a situation fully believing it will hit, or you just go like, it didn't hit, sucks.
Yeah, it's usually like you have massive amount of experience in a particular matchup in situations where there's like, there's nothing else to expect. Like, for example, DP versus disjoints is like, you're just doing the DP and nothing else, so might as well option select as you know, as a precaution if the clash happens.
Absolutely. And now we're seeing a very dominant performance coming out from Pida, a very quick round, not giving Pet any opportunity to get really anything started, so a great showing from how the last game went. We're seeing Pet now doing a little bit of that funny stagger pressure, just shoulder charging in, cold shoulder. Oh, it falls into the blitz, but holds it a little too long, goes right under, and Pida gets the throw punish.
Yeah, that's the bane of holding on to blitz. Tends to, you know, whip on that kind of awkward angles.
Great IPs, gets a nice scratch in here. Pet's trying to avoid, trying to get something going, goes for another slide head, but unfortunately needs a glide right just like that. Pida working on a very strong comeback here. Ooh, baits out the dead angles, gonna get close to the point of putting themselves on the board. RC extension, guts crush combo, and that will do it. Pida tying up the set.
And maximize the amount of jump P's. PP, as many hit as you can. Destroy that guts.
PP.
Alright, let's see.
Whoa! Too many reads.
It's interesting as well, I think, like, how does Potemkin call out the round start stance? It would have to be strictly hammerfall break into a buster.
Or slide head, I think that this might be unblockable. Oh, burst baited. I know Pet is looking. Oh no! Oh, the pickup too? I mean, it's not too extensive, but still good damage nonetheless.
And now the time, it just takes a couple of seconds for all the stun damage to dissipate. Let's flick. Ooh, and checking there on the back of the flick projectile as well.
Yeah, forcing the unblockable situation onto Pida. Nice IBs, tries to get out, but the JP's coming to meet him in the air. IB does the RT on the ICBM, and just like that, the 6K loops in the corner will do the killing blow. Going into the next round, Pida here with a has burst back. I was about to say solid burst lead.
Couple of IBs, as many as you can. Keep up that tension pulse. Because when you're getting hit, you're getting as much meter as possible for the counter attack.
Flicked a little too early, and then also like connected into the stand, so that is extra excitement gauge there for Pida. Also, this level 3, the level 3 orb active for so long gives, despite Pet flicking the orb, it's still active. He's forced to block. Leaving in the reapproach from Pida, tries to go for the dead angle, but Pida just plays it safe for the scratch. Still a resource round as both players are going into this final round with burst on deck. Finally, Hammerfall does connect.
Stands there. Will be losing that purple life though, so not entering the fray for free.
Yeah, one of the most damaging 2Ps in the game, I guess. Okay, good stand on the Hammerfall, catches the backdash with the glide. Burst will connect, tries to glide in and fake it out with the needle. There is a full stick of butter on the side of Pet. And we're seeing a lot of this button into RC on the Hammerfall. And I don't know if it's a factor of the players not ready to react to it, or simply they just can't RC back.
Yeah, I'm actually was about to say I'm surprised that PsychedelicPet chooses to not like spend meter on those situations. It's usually exactly those situations where you burn. It's like because usually your opponents are gonna be counterplaying the armor first and foremost, and you with 100 meter, it's like you have the counter play. But
So
it's probably
Franken
like
tank with the lore, apparently you can't RC back, you just have to hold that.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, so level 1 orb a little too high, so could Trishula under that, but Pida just standing in his face, going for the stance.
Ooh, just hoping to take the little bit of excitement and play it safe. Big one here into the mixing position, and we have 100. Oh, PsychedelicPet knows that Pida knows. It's a killing combo unless you use the burst. The burst comes out, and now it's a stun.
Yeah, 6HS, the reset, look at the damage coming out, and that's, you know, we know Pet, we all seen the funny YouTube video where he gets the round start 6HS counter hit. He knows the killing combos.
God, that's it's like you see all of the branches of what could happen, and it's like if Pida bursts, it's probably gonna get baited and it's over. If he doesn't burst, he's still dead.
Just like that, speaking of bursts being baited or at least being interacted with, Pida claiming PsychedelicPet's burst is on a solid life lead here. And is going to be getting very close to closing it out here. We're going to see if Pet is going to try and hang on, doesn't quite do so, so we're going to go into, again, reset point here for Pida with a strong burst advantage. Doesn't quite have burst yet, but has plenty of that burst gauge filled up.
Ah, the 6K doesn't quite reach the backdash. He's been able to do it for many matchups and many characters so far today, but this time, when it matters the most, even outside of touch.
Backdash on the 5HS, also that risk was so high. Any damage would have been any hit would have been so damaging. Now trying to get that pot buster in, but Pida always, I think, just will always prefer to just go for the fuzzy, even if it goes for a far slash or maybe a heat knuckle. It's not all going to be nearly as damaging as a pot buster.
Oh, I like that jump 2K to change the momentum, or rather the angle, so that 6P from Pet doesn't reach. Speaking of the dive kicks.
Ooh, having patience. Especially also Pida now utilizing long range, but finally the Mega Fist connecting over the command grab attempt. 6HS, a lot of stray hits, and there we go. Finally landed the pot buster. Not enough to kill. We will see the RC. Puts him in the corner to stun. It's stunned.
Damn. Again, it's like, do you burst or do you not? It's like, I think Pida was thinking that that's like, that either Pet is gonna hard bait it or that conversion is just not gonna do enough damage. But alas.
genuinely believing in the fact that like this surely shouldn't kill, even if he ends in a hammer fall. But then just gets stunned. He's like, ah, fuck.
Right, because like you're Raven. You're the almost the highest guts character.
Yeah, like, surely this won't kill, right? And you see the numbers adding up. It's like, I really don't need to burst here, right? Tries to bait it out, but still in command grab range, and Pida just kind of standing there. Eating another Heat Knuckle, a solid start here. Goes to the double Heat Knuckle into extend. Look at the meter, we're getting close to that full stick of butter. There it is, 2Ps. 6K tries to... Oh, good punish on the flick, and are we gonna see... Yeah, no, drops it, unfortunately.
That's a big loss for a side pair. Now you're at zero resources and...
Oh, the read! And your guts isn't gonna let you survive through this one, and just like that, Pet is on tournament point.
Oh baby, both players have the full burst here. That's a counter hit. Good start for Pet. Such a like stroke of good luck or a privilege when you can actually start a Potemkin round with a hit without having to just cease all around. Although Pida does sort of. Oh, yeah, that's a hard thing to burst against.
I'm so impressed that Pida didn't accidentally get crossed up there, so good block. Dead angle, once again a bag, 2D, immediately getting that knockdown, trying to drive him close to that corner. Just jumping over.
Keep jumping, okay?
Are we sure he's not leapfrog?
Get the combo, extension. It's a level 1 orb though.
Yeah, just trying to. I think we're looking at a resource round here, but no, gets that Mega Fist in. Definitely, immediately jumping back. Knows that whatever comes after is not as hurtful as a pot buster. So just opting for that fuzzy jump. And Pet now having to play it pretty slow, trying to fish that hit with the slide head, but not quite connecting. And Pida very comfortable with the needles. He's able to flick one and barely connects to ICBM, but the needle comes out and checks it, and just like that, we're getting a double Luigi here for the tournament win or the bracket reset.
PsychedelicPet kinda achieved what he, was set out to do on that round. Just build the full burst so that it can be used here immediately.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's that desperation build to suddenly losing it. Able to go under the needle with the slide head, still is looking straight at Pida's burst here. And a lot of interactions being baited out. Constantly jumping is really like psyching out Pida's options here, but still finds Pet in the corner now. Sets up the glide, and Pet blocking. Fortunately, can't block a command grab. That's going to give him some excitement to work with here.
With that meter, with that excitement, is that going to be enough? Bouncing to the orb, another one!
Guts crush combo, not quite, but still, this is a very bad situation here for Pet. Tries to get something to stick, but doesn't quite connect, barely avoiding the needle. But now any single gamble, oh yeah, why gamble? Just send full screen with burst.
Lost all the excitement, but perhaps that doesn't matter because you need only one touch. And Pida with the reset here.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're gonna take it to another first 3 set. As PsychedelicPet's going to be losing that winner side protection. We did see a very strong start for Pet there, but definitely the warm-ups and Pida also now adjusting to Pet's Potemkin more than Leapfrog's Potemkin. It's starting to work in, and these rounds are becoming, tougher and tougher for Pet to try and find the win in.
Ooh, counter 8 conversion and close enough to get the up grab as well. That's big. A lot of those were actually missing for Leapfrog in the previous set.
Oh, recovered fast enough to get that 6P and had the conversion here. That wasn't even a counter hit, wasn't it? No, it must have been. Anyway, 6K loops. Oh, that's stunned.
Yes.
And again, that 2P, just quickly get them knocked down to the ground, get them standing up again, and reset that combo.
Oh, the hesitation there gives Pida the full excitement. And to add insult to injury, Pida also was able to get all of that pink life back. So massive, massive advantage going into this round now.
Yeah, also look at all the meter they have to work with here. Oh, but gets the jump in JS, so the orb is gone and so is all their meter. And that excitement has been drained out, so ultimately not too much has been lost there by Pet. has a good amount of risk build-up, finds a forced counter hit now, stuck to the corner. 2P to check the dash out attempt. We see also a lot of that risk damage kicking in, keeps the combos nice and simple. 2P constantly checking for the backdash. We see the 6K loops. Are we going to see a stun build up? Not just yet, and Pida finds the tech out.
I guess that fully charged flick was a reset attempt. With a little bit of a life advantage, PsychedelicPet on the back foot.
Hammer falls in, but this time no RC to make it safe or punish it, and the Hammerfall will connect. Pet is going to be taking the first game of the reset grand finals.
I guess from a risk-reward standpoint, you can. If you get that hit, it's enough to kill, even if you don't have the 50 meter to RC in that situation. And if it gets punished, then, I mean, Pet had like almost 1/3 left, so definitely not gonna get killed by Pida with no resources.
Absolutely not. And we're seeing a lot of good IBs come out. Pet is really building up the meter. Oh, and what a read on the jump out attempt from Pet. And that meter's gonna have to use for a dead angle. Does find that sweep. Still maintaining a life lead despite all of that. Good damage so far. An excellent backdash is going to get the throw to put Pida into the corner now. Finds the low sweep for the knockdown, but just a heavy slash press on wake up. Great Abare. Oh, the burst bait.
Yeah, that's one option that you can play against the backdash. So in the previous situation, Pida went in with the glide, trying to kill the backdash. But then on the second Oki, just sending the needle and being like, all right, this will stay active forever, so you just backdash there if you want.
We saw Pet trying to be a little too saucy with the combo. Unfortunately, loses out on the hit. Does find that heavy slash, does find that slide head for the knockdown. Goes right in, but the Controya is going to come out. Is it enough with the Hellfire and the limited amount of excitement? It is.
Damn, Bossman read there. It was a buster attempt we saw from PsychedelicPet during that super flash.
So far this round starting off again quite comfortably here for Pida. Has Pet locked into the corner. Pet trying to find it out, tries to find the flick, but the pressure is never ending from Pida, using the long range normals to try and harass. Finds a dash through on the slide head. Almost gets a command grab, but an excellent jump from Pet is going to avoid that.
Got so close. Only pixels away. Here's a good blitz.
ICBM, yes, drive him straight into the corner. What's the Oki? And there we go, Pop Buster. You can see that corner extension on top of it as well. And I believe this Raven exclusive combo is what we're going to be seeing. Another ICBM burst is available for both players, but it's a reversal throw from Pida.
Oh, not quite enough yet. We're so close to that 50 meter. PsychedelicPet does have the burst as well.
The tick throw, it's enough to kill, and Pet is going to bring it down to the final round situation. Both players with burst available. Pet looking to extend that set lead, while Pida looking to tie it up.
6B not quite low profile to go under. Gets to flick the orb though.
Yeah, but despite getting the knockdown, Pida was able to generate a lot of excitement. Still great damage on the side of Pet so far, but now holding the knockdown in the corner. Gets the Mega Fist over and just opting to go for the combo, just eating the burst. It's whatever.
Damn, once again the flick on the orb, but it's kind of like if you don't get to advance behind the flick shot, then you're not gonna get like the maximum value out of it either.
See Hammerfall. Just not close enough for the corner pickup though, but keeps him pressured in. Again, goes for the Pop Buster. Pida once more. Whatever comes after isn't as damaging as the Pop Buster. I will jump.
With the chase. Barely missing with the 5 heavy. Both players completely dry of meter.
Still Flick has the resource, tries to get the air throw, but the knee drop is going to connect. Gets the command grab, builds up a bit of that excitement, finds the glide cancel into the low, building up. But the Mega Fist punishing on the extended hurt box there. Pet extending the lead, one game away from closing out the tournament.
Unbelievable. That tool that wouldn't do too much for you. It's even on hit. It's so minus, and that range, like the situation is just like completely unusable for you. But that time it ends up killing.
Yeah, believing that Pida wanted to bully with some of these long-range normals, is opting for, why not? This should be fun or something. Now, trying to dance around, trying to find an extra hit to extend this life lead that he's built. He has to flick on the projectile. Nice IB from Pida. Pida going the distance now, using the stats to eat some of these flick projectiles, and gets 6 speed on the tech. See the Gigantor come out. Doesn't quite hit the Trishula just nice.
I'm wondering if that was a reset attempt on the Trishula to make yourself small against the burst.
I knew it might have just dropped the combo there, because it was looking to be... Like, if you go for the Gigantor, I'm assuming you want to get that stun out.
This is definitely the momentum that Pida needs. We need those wins right now, before it's too late. Look at these flicks!
Flick, flick, flick. Hammer falls right in, but Pida able to block in time.
God, that was a lot of damage.
Yeah, also Orb just automatically doing the punish for him. Now trying to keep Pet locked into this corner. Snatches him out from the sky, and the Orb's going to be waiting there. Gets another snatch. And also that extension due to the level 3 excitement.
Oh! That RC! Oh wait, was that even RC?
Yeah, it was an RC. Was that the YRC orbs? I believe so. Like, you just glide in, throw... I think it's like you press a button, and if it doesn't connect, you YRC.
Kind of a very rare round there where Pida actually got to keep the excitement. I think it's probably like the difficulty of just stance dancing against Potemkin, which has made Pida lose that excitement a lot of the times. Well, we got a full stick of that just now.
Oh, great trade, and has enough hit stun to be able to get the pickup as well as the double heat knuckle. Half health gone here, but Pida is quite happy with the full excitement that he has. Tries to chase him down and orient himself to keep Pida locked into the corner, but Pida finds it out, finds it with the ground throw. He's going to go from scratch, come into the corner, tries to flick the orb, but gets scratched out for his troubles. Has the extension on top of it as well.
So close to being able to close it out. Is that enough? Into?
Yeah, OTG. Okay. That will do it.
I always forget that you can actually go into the other super from that super.
The thing is like under most circumstances, especially when the game is being played and both players, like a player has used the burst up, you don't typically want to go into Greatory, especially on that like last hit, because it just instantly builds up the burst back. But Pet already had it, so he's just like, why not?
Yeah. And I mean, sometimes you just can't afford to not take it when you're playing against a character that can just one-shot you off one interaction.
Absolutely. And there we go, finding these stray hits. Is also able to cash out all that pink health from the stance. Gets that burst. Pida immediately tries to get right in, runs under, finds the glide, and just like that sends Pet to the full screen. Wants to charge up, build whatever little excitement he can without interacting with Pet as much as possible.
Ooh, not quite far enough to flick that orb that time. Ooh, not a counter hit, so difficult or almost impossible to convert.
Yeah, and there's also so much meter on the side for Pida to be able to play with and just dance around and react to all of Pet's responses. And see an extension here, sets up the orb. Pet stuck in the corner. Needs to try and get around on the board here if he wants to keep this lead that he has.
Ooh, the forward slash got the backdash!
He's not able to get the pickup for the knockdown just yet. A lot of YRCs, runs him down and grabs him out of the air. Pida is going to bring it down to a final game situation. Game 5, here we go.
God, these guys are playing with my heart. We're going into the literally last possible match of the set. Well, the Raven pick is working out for sure. Much better than the Axel.
Absolutely. Axel run just like 3-0. This one is going for the distance now. Half health gone. Is going to be a burst from Pida. 2D connects, gets that knockdown. Unfortunately, the pop buster gets, I guess, baited out by the backdash is the way to put it.
Nice, able to avoid the air throw attempt from PsychedelicPet. Now, spends a little bit of that meter because we were at 70, 75 already. Can afford to.
Gets the re-throw, now just hiding under the orb, says like, okay, no response, we will approach. And RC keeps him locked down, lots of IBs, unfortunately doesn't block the last overhead. And Pet is bleeding health here, tries to slide head, but it's not going to work. And Pida, after that disastrous start, is able to find and crawl their way back to that tournament point position.
Ooh, found a hit. And now. Oh my god, I'm holding my breath. One read! There's a read!
Goes for the double heat knuckle. A lot of meter for Pet to play here. And Pida does not have the burst available. Hammerfall just raw connecting. Getting an RC. Goes for the extension. Giganta Kai. Are we going to see the stun combo? We are. And that's going to be a kill with the Pop Buster. Final game, final round, double Luigi. It is as even as it gets. Both players have the burst on the table.
God, that routing was off the charts. That was the hits that stunned was the hit that gave Pida his burst back.
Oh no, plus 6k in the air is going to get that wall splat flick. Again, 6k to Shula. Look at the damage he's routing, but now we're also seeing the EX Raven activate. The Guts is active. And the Pop Buster, are we going to see an RC into what can he kill? It just stuns. Stun combo to kill with. Oh my god.
There was no escape out of that.
It just so brutal, and Peter just looking and staring it down, saying like, nah, I'm good, I don't need to burst. But then unfortunately, ate so many hits, all that 6k, just constant damage, stun gauge being raked up there, invisible off the screen, and is able to close it out before Peter even gets the chance to burst. And Pet is gonna take the SaltyEU Guilty Gear Xrd Rev 2 on PC, number 30. Apps stacked business today, man.
But what a set.
Also, gang, there's still 8 codes left to be claimed, so hop on that real quick. Let's get this. Let's get these players their kebabs, especially that excellent final set from Pida and Pet.
I can't believe that I almost didn't host today. That is still insane. like we talked about it in the morning. So for everyone, since I'm still a bit sick, I originally was not planning on hosting today. I was like undecided because I was not feeling well. And then I was decided, like, you know what, I'm gonna fuck it, we ball, we're gonna rock it. It's such a good decision. Such a good decision that I actually ended up like this. This was probably the best bracket we had in so long. Like, this was definitely a super good bracket from, like, all the angles. Like, we had, like, an insane stack to play a sick grand finals. That we can keep fucking voice cracking. And also, like, the prize pool, again, like, we ended up having, like, 6 golds left, which is very nice, so thank you very much, everyone. But we also had insane donations. We had Koji dropping, like, $11, we had Life dropping $10, EU dropping $10, and also Steiny dropping was, like, $5 in, so... again, thank you very much, everyone, for, like, donating. You know, I'm gonna flash the match arena on screen while we're talking. So again, thank you very much. Actually, yeah, $5 on WhatsApp. Yeah, I gotta correct it since you dropped that one extra. But thanks everyone. Again, like, this is, you know, none of this will not happen, like, without you guys. So again, thank you very much, everyone, for being here, supporting, claiming codes. Yeah, it's really nice, especially since I took a break last week and I felt kind of bad about it. But now that we're back, it's sick. What a way to come back after the week. So really nice.
Yeah, while we still have the viewership, real quick, the exit action does not stop this week, by the way. We have Vortex Gallery for, we mentioned it earlier, but Vortex Gallery this Saturday. So get your EU exit action. There's some other big names there waiting to play, so definitely tune in for that at Saturday, 7 p.m. So the usual strive time around here, or an hour earlier than Salty. If you're interested in playing, the signups close this Thursday midnight, so make sure to get that in before. Yeah, sign up.
And I think it's gonna be run on the Dawn of Revival channel, right?
Good question. We'll get back to you on that one.
There's an event schedule here, so I assume. But yeah, again, it's like a massive event, so you know, sign up. I'll be there. I'll try to be there myself because I collection with my local. So I'll try to also be there and show up. But yeah, show up, you know, we're getting a bracket that's not salty for once. So, you know, show up there and play. It's on the weekend too, so no excuse, you know, like, oh, I have work or something. So show up, play some extra. I'll try to be there myself.
Yeah, and of course, I and yours truly, QK, will be there to commentate.
This is the moment we've been training
Yeah,
for.
Exactly.
I was going to say this was a nice training arc, you know. So, well, I hope that I'm still gonna see you guys here after more things get
I'll be back for sure. It's like the bi-weekly Tuesday enjoyment for me.
So yeah, also button check end of the month. So we're gonna have our points. This was also nice preparation. A lot of the gamers you saw at the top 8 today are gonna be there. So you know who to keep an eye out for in the bracket. And yeah, with that, I'll leave you to also give you some space while I figure out to send you guys off to. So you have some stuff to chill. I'm sure you guys have.
No, absolutely. As per usual, got my Twitter down here. You got QK's Twitter down there as well. Also, ZF, you know the drill. We Dutch local. We like to host some funnies. We also host some online stuff nowadays. So if you can definitely give us a look-see at Zero Fundies on Twitch or Zero Fundamentals on Twitter. And if you're ever in the Netherlands region, we'd love to have you over. We got something cooked up this on Sunday, November 24th. We're going to be running a community edition. We're going to get hella random games being played, so that's going to be awesome. I think somebody's going to be playing a chess bracket there. It's going to go crazy. Are you still in Utrecht? Absolutely. It's the new home. We are right next to the central station of Utrecht. It's as center as it gets.
Yeah. And if you're following that modern Guilty Gear, you can check me out on twitch.tv/QKGG, 5 p.m. CET Sunday for FT7 sets for that game, Guilty Gear Strive.
I was trying to figure out who to send you guys off to, but Pida is also ending his stream, and Valtide isn't live, so I have to improvise and find something real quick.
Send it to Lord Knight.
That's an Americans.
Alright, Spaghetti Showdown's happening.
Oh, Spaghetti Showdown! There you go. That's perfect. That's send it to Europeans. I'm not sending us to the Americans. So yeah. Again, thank you very much, everyone. I'll try to be here next week. Hopefully by next week I'm not sick anymore. So we'll be back in full power. And yeah, so as always, thank you very much, everyone, for showing up, playing in the bracket. Thanks you two for commentating. None of this would happen without you guys. And yeah, with that, I will see you all some other time. Say hello to Spaghetti Showdown. They're hosting Strive Live website. And yeah, bye bye.
Bye bye.